bum. Alright, so I got Soren, Anvir, and Odo. Otto? What was it? Otto. Your pictures are coming in.
Yes, Otto.
Yeah, looks like I still need Eldrin, though. There might be two.
How do I do that?
So under where it says, like, on the chat, there might be two Eldwins. One is your account, one is your character. You want to choose the one for your character, and then it'll display your picture. Yeah, that's
it. Where's the Roll20 thing posted?
The Roll20 thing. What do you mean?
Like the link to the Roll20.
Oh, I thought, didn't you join already?
Oh yeah. I think I might just be able to go to Roll20 and just find it actually.
Yeah, if you open up Roll20, it should be one of the games once you log in. Hey, Trey.
Hey. Sorry for the delay.
How dare you?
It's all good. We're still
All right. Roll20, virtual tabletop.
I'm like that to my mates as well. They do just like anything. It's just like, no, how dare you?
No, it's completely fine. What do you like? A couple minutes? It's not a big deal. Although I think we're still missing someone. I only see 5 people in here. Oh, Mary. Okay, yeah. So just or wait, no, Mary's here.
I'm here.
Who are we missing?
Still just sleepy, I think.
Oh,
I mean, I only see
join now.
5 in Roll20, yeah.
Although for some reason, I'm gonna try
There you go.
Yes.
refreshing, because for some reason I don't see 2 of your pictures. Might just be Roll20 being weird.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, do you see it too, or 2 of the pictures missing?
When I look at your stream, it is, yeah, but I don't have them set up.
Alright, let me try refreshing. I didn't even see, yeah, I still only have 5 people.
There we
so it must
go.
be something weird going on.
There we go. Oh wait, it's still showing me as Josh. Let me just fix that.
Yeah, it looks like it's being slow because now on your screen it's like half loaded on it.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's slow for me too. I think Roll20 is just being Roll20.
Everybody loves Roll20. It's so jank, but it's good.
It's
But it's
jank, but
hard.
when it's not jank, it's great.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, it's mostly jank. Alright,
Yeah,
so-
but it's like, what else is there?
I've been wanting to try Foundry because I've heard good things.
yeah, that's
So, actually,
that's also what I've been thinking of maybe going over to Foundry, but at this point,
I've heard really good things, and it has 5 eTools integration.
yes, which is a big thing for me. Roll20 is a little bit too like all over the place, and they're the most popular one, so I feel like they'd be having more servers and getting better, but it doesn't seem like it. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. It's good enough for now. It's not terrible. I can work with it. I can work with it. All right, looking good. So, last time we had Otto scribing, but it would be Otto's turn this week. But we also said that Onyx was gonna take over because she did Onyx's turn last week. So, are you good scribing this week, Onyx?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, Otto, can you give us a quick recap?
Sure, hang on. I don't have Discord open on my computer. It's on my phone, so let me pull that up and read from there. Sorry, I should have been prepared. I forgot I scribed.
It's okay.
unforgivable.
Only I'm allowed to make that.
Descendants to a Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
That's my one. I always just tell everyone everything is unforgivable.
How dare you?
Inconceivable!
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable!
All right.
Exactly.
So, the beginning of
Unacceptable.
the beginning of last
Well,
session, the Grey Wanderers were at Last Light. We were readying to leave for the Yaganu cultists fort. We decided that Calathar will stay at Last Light. We're going to hold on to our dragon favor. Yuri brings about 20 soldiers, and the Bloodclaw are bringing 30 gnolls, and Dosha is also coming with us. So the strategy talks are really extensive, but eventually we settled on a plan, and the plan is thus. Soren and Onyx will disguise or illusion themselves as Yaganu gnolls and go into the fort. Dosha is going to stealth and make a distraction, like setting fires or shooting arrows to make the gnolls believe they're under attack from a different side. Then Soren and Onyx are going to signal us using light stones. When we see the light stones, the Candleholm and Bloodclaw forces will begin their charge while Soren and Onyx open the fort gate. Hassan is remaining with the rest of the Wanderers, I believe, not with Onyx. So in payment, Yuri says that the Wanderers were promised all the spoils of the cultists' fort, whatever we find, the gold ore that we previously brought back to Last Light, and 50 gold each when we return to Candleholm. So we set out from Last Light, and along the way, Onyx fiddles with the ring he had previously found, and he manages to release an odd little gnome who had been trapped inside. The gnome introduces himself as Otto, and the company learns that Otto is from Candleholm, but has been missing for more than 130 years. Learning of the cultists and the threat to Candleholm and the mission of the company, Otto agrees to help. And when we believe we are nearing the fort, 10 minutes or so away, Soren and Dosha start scouting, and they find a patrol of the enemy gnolls. So we decide we're going to try and eliminate that patrol before we go in closer. And at the moment, we remain in combat.
All right. Eldwin, I lost your picture. It might be because you refreshed, so you might have to set it to your character again.
I really wish Roll20 would remember that setting.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know.
Every refresh, yeah, you have to.
But let's get back to it.
There we go.
All right. So when we left off, according to this, it was the Gnoll Hunter's turn. Alright, so the Gnoll Hunter up north is going to look south towards Onyx, take aim, and open up his character sheet apparently, hang on. And then fire 2 shots down at Onyx. The first one misses, but the second one will strike. Onyx is struck for 7 piercing damage, and your speed is reduced by 10 until the end of your next turn.
Ouch.
So this one over here. Who was doing Falsus last week?
I was. I can continue to do it.
Alright. So we'll have you doing him. This one is going to move this way. And take some shots at Falsus. So he fires 2 longbow shots. The first one would strike. The arrow strikes Falsus, doing 7 points of damage and also reducing his speed. The second shot sticks in his shield as he moves to intercept the attack just in time.
You said 7?
Yeah, 7 points of damage and his speed is reduced.
I can't see the battle map.
Your character is not there yet, but I'll be bringing you in shortly.
I see, sorry.
So you're kind of on your way at the moment. In fact, here, let me see. Where would you be coming from? Alright. Yeah, I'll bring you in now, because you might be close. So, you're up here.
I gotcha.
I think you need a light source, because you don't have dark vision, right? Does your character have dark vision?
Let's see. Looking right now.
I don't think your race gets
Oh, I guess I don't.
Best friend.
I swore I did. Yeah,
so
whatever.
go ahead. Do you have torches or a lantern or something?
I do not, but I can just quickly get rid of the gold for like a torch or something, or like a lantern or something.
Yeah, you'd probably have them, being that you live underground.
Yeah.
So go ahead
Yeah.
and get some, and then expend one. And if you go to resources under the journal, you can
Yep.
pull the torch out onto the battlefield,
Yep.
which will light things up.
Resources, okay. I'll just get a lantern since it's more reusable.
That's fine. It would
There
just
we go.
take. You just have to buy oil for a lantern.
Yeah.
All right, and also make sure you know how to do roll 20 stuff like roll initiative, right?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll initiative.
I believe
for
I
yourself.
just go to my character sheet and click the thing.
Yes. So yeah, go ahead and roll initiative for yourself.
Okie dokie.
Falsus, what are you gonna do?
Sorry, I had to step away. I had to knock at the door. It's Falsa's turn.
Yes.
Give me 1 second. The grapple effect doesn't end until he chooses to keep it on his next turn. Correct? Is that how that works? Because this one grappled me last time I tried to move.
So you can use an action to try to break the grab, or you can just fight while you're grabbed.
Got it. But if I choose, basically my speed is 0 unless I choose to take that action.
Yes, until you
Got it.
break the grapple somehow. Also, teleports and force movement can break grapples.
Got it.
Also, you can just kill him.
True. Him being dead, he will be unable to grapple.
I'm just going to. Is this one above me holding a shield? Is that what that is, or what is that one?
That is dodging. He was dodging on
Oh.
his turn.
Got it. Okay. Oh, that's right. I'm just gonna have Falsus try to attack this one then.
Alright,
That
so
one was
as
low.
he's
He's got a long sword.
sure. So as he's surrounded, he lunges at one of the weakened ones. Ha. Unfortunately, 12 would not be enough, and he deflects the attack with his shield.
I'm pretty sure.
You only have +5? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
He wasn't that strong
Yeah.
for a paladin.
Yeah, I guess maybe he focused on charisma or something.
Yeah.
I think he was a bit of an all-rounder. He had a fair amount of
Um,
charisma, but he only had like +2 strength.
Yeah. Alright. So anything else?
I don't believe so. Nope, that'll be it for him.
Alright. So, Onyx. What are you gonna do?
All right. Well, I think I will tell Hassan to repeat what we did last time, and both attack the guy between us.
Alright. So, you give him the command. What else are you doing on your turn?
I'm attacking the guy between us.
Alright. So you lunge forward, attacking with your melee weapon. Ha! 13. What's that +2 again?
It's bless.
Ah.
No, it's
No, it's emboldening bond.
That's the bomb.
emboldening
Alright.
bond. Right.
So that would be a 13, and with the flank 15 would be just enough. Ha!
All right.
Strike him.
Actually, no, it'd be 22 because that guy was fairy fired.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right. I mean, all right. I mean, good. Excellent. Good job. All right, so he takes 12 damage from a nasty hit and looks badly wounded.
He's never out to get us, he swears. and yet he reacts like
I
that.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Go ahead and at the end of the turn, your bunny gets to go. So go ahead and have him attack. Oh yeah, 19 would strike.
Maybe good.
So he is blasted for 5 force as
Yep.
his ribs crack and he falls to the ground in a heap.
Yay! Okay, then. Oh wait, I can't. That
Murder.
was after my turn.
Yeah, that was
Um,
at the end of your turn. Your steel defender goes basically right after you, right?
Right.
Alright.
And what? Remind me again. What's in this space?
My spiritual weapon.
That is yes, exactly.
Oh, spiritual weapon. Okay.
I may
Then
need to move it if
Hassan
you
will
want to
move
move it
right
sometime.
here, just to give him more
Hop, hop.
protection options.
Alright, so he hops up there. The Fang goes. Let's see. Oh, so I don't think Dandy, you have to make sure your token is selected when you roll for initiative or it won't count it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so because I don't see you on there. So go ahead and select your token and roll again.
Okie dokie.
That was like,
Sorry about that. I don't use roll 22 often.
oh, that's okay.
Oh, I've been having to learn as well, man.
Alright, so and for this turn, I'll move you up to after this guy. Alright, so the cultist goes. He is going to look at Eldwin, look at the bunny, and he's gonna take some swings at Eldwin.
Alright. Hassan will impose disadvantage on the first one.
Alright, so Hassan spends his reaction, and the cultist attacks with disadvantage. Swinging with his claw for the first attack. Yes, the disadvantage helps, preventing the hit, as he's distracted by the bunny. He's going to angrily turn to the bunny and swing 2 times at him.
Oh, that seems unnecessary.
Jerk move. The bunny would get clipped by one of his claw attacks, doing 6 slashing, and he is going to try to bite him. Arr. Oh, but the bunny dodges out of the way as the Knoll Fang howls with frustration. Is there a second one of these guys?
No, I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
one.
There's just one. Okay. So that's it for the Fang. Dandy from up north.
Yeah. Alrighty, so I will use the dash action
Alright,
to go 30 feet right here.
and just
and
remember
another
that
30
every second diagonal move is a extra 5 feet.
Oh, okay.
You can,
That's fine.
it'll include that if you use the ruler.
I gotcha. Let me just.
Also,
undo
don't
that
forget to
then.
hide your ruler from others.
Yeah, so it doesn't. Yeah, you can set the ruler so it doesn't show for everyone. It makes it a little less distracting.
The other
okay,
thing
so how do I do
if
the
you
ruler thing?
lose track of the ruler, if you just pick up your token
Alright.
and right-click the spot while holding your token, it will basically do the arrow while you have
Oh,
your
you
token.
don't
Oh
even
yeah,
have to use
yeah, I was
Q.
doing that.
I didn't realize you could do that without Q.
I
Yeah, I was doing that.
Okay.
And if you right-click
alright.
multiple times, you'll like draw your path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to hide
Alright.
your ruler, if you click on the ruler on the left side of the screen, one of the options is hide from others. You just set that.
Okay.
All right. So
Hide from others. There we go.
you come running down the hallway, or down this cave, and you would see a Knoll here who turns around and screeches at you. Well, it looks like he's getting ready to fire his bow at you. Anvir, you are next. What are you gonna do?
am going to cast Toll the Dead on that wounded Knoll.
Which one?
That wounded Knoll next to my spiritual weapon.
Okay, this guy over here. Gotcha. So
Yeah, I was trying to ping him, but it was weird because there were so many tokens and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, so he is flooded with necrotic energy, and he will attempt a saving throw, which is wisdom, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He fails it, so he takes some damage. 5, alright.
So it's actually a 12. I rolled a d8 the first time.
Oh. Well, either way, he is withered to a husk. And he goes
And
down.
then for bonus action, I'll spiritual weapon the big guy.
Alright, spiritual weapon goes flying at the big one.
That's not an advantage. It's just a 12.
Oh, hang on. What's going on here? When did my song stop? Sorry, give me one moment. Something's up with the music. Huh, that's weird. I wonder if that's just a bug. Alright, I'll just restart it. Alright, so 15.
It's
Wait.
not an advantage. It would have just been the 12. I don't know
12.
why it's an advantage.
Alright, so with the 12, no, the Fang would jump back, avoiding the spiritual weapon, and yelling at Eldwin, thinking he's doing it. Anything else?
I might. Nah, that's all.
Alright, so your turn ends. Otto.
Otto's gonna scuttle out from behind his little hiding spot here. And you can't see the guy he hacks. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I can. That's what that little bullseye target is, right?
Yes, he is marked.
Okay.
I believe that's your mark.
Then I will Eldritch Blast him.
Alright, so you take aim, firing 2 Eldritch Blasts. The first one, or wait, it's only one, because level 4.
Oh, okay.
Our little party.
Yeah.
The first one, 14, would barely miss as he brings his shield up to block the attack.
Alright. I'm gonna jump back under cover. Otto gives a little hoot. And disappears behind the rocks.
Alright. So that's it for Otto. The Gnolls go. So this one is going to take a shot at Otto. He saw you back there. Pew! Longbow shot with cover. That's close, but that would miss. Kind of hits the cover right near where you are. This one here is going to back up a bit to here. He sees Dandy now. He was going to shoot at Onyx, but he's concerned about this new guy, so he's going to take a shot at Dandy. AC. That would barely miss as it shatters off your hard shell. That's it for him. These 3 are going to go at Falsus. So 3 attacks with spears. Falsus manages to deflect 2 of them, but the guy holding him gets a solid hit, doing 5 piercing damage. And
5?
Yeah, 5 damage. That's it for the Gnolls. Into a new round, starting with Soren.
That's enough for his concentration, right? Just 10?
Yeah, yeah, 10 would be enough. He needs a 10 or over.
Got it, cool.
Did you do it for the last hit?
I think I might have forgot one. He only got hit one other time, but I think I might have forgot that one.
Oh, you can make another check now then.
I think that one was ultimate.
Oh no! 1 off. So Falsus, why did you say anything? No, it's good to keep us honest.
I'm too honest.
So Falsus,
So it's just Shield of Fate?
yeah. So his AC goes down a little. All right, Soren, what are you gonna do?
I am going to. Move over.
From the shadows.
Yeah, to this side.
Do you remember what the timer on you is for?
That is.
Hunter's Mark, maybe?
Oh, Hunter's Mark's like an hour.
No. Zephyr?
Yeah, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's my Zephyr Strike.
Ah, that's right. You cast Zephyr Strike. All right, that's
Yeah.
also what you're concentrating on, right? No,
Yeah.
that's the...
Yeah.
Okay,
Same,
yeah. All
Same
right.
thing. I'm just gonna. Yeah, we'll just try to take a shot at this guy.
All right, the hunter up here. Go for it. You do have advantage because he cannot see you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do. Yeah, we'll try to do sharpshooter.
Alright, take aim in the shadows.
15
15 would be enough.
for 15.
Alright, he takes 15 points of damage.
And then moving into the square I was in was an extra 10, right?
Yeah, that would be difficult for me.
Okay. Okay, so that is my turn.
Alright, Eldwin.
Gonna move over to flank Colt guy, and then I will. I will stab him.
Alright, so you circle around the cultist, getting the flank. 23 would strike as you catch him off guard, stabbing him for 9. He roars in pain and turns angrily towards you. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright. Dandy.
All right. So, quick question: is my familiar already summoned?
Sure, we can say you had it with you if you want it out.
Okay. So I'm going to use my bonus action to summon my familiar and have him walk towards this guy to give me. This guy to give me advantage on my attack.
Which
I will
familiar is it?
then have. It is skeletal raven / crow.
I love it!
So...
Alright, so.
Do
And
we
then
have...
he will come over here and make. Yes.
Here, let me get you a crow really quick.
Okay.
I don't have a
A
skeletal picture, so I'm gonna use a regular one for now. We can always change it out later.
Blasphemy.
So you give that familiar that command. I'll say he's flying around over here. And which one did you want him to go for?
This one right here.
Alright, he doesn't have flyby, so he's just gonna fly up and poke at that guy a bunch, which would indeed distract him, giving the next attack advantage.
Alright, then I will make an attack with my longsword. I'm not sure, did that. Yes, it did. Alright.
Alright,
21 to hit.
you have advantage, so you could
Oh,
roll
wait,
again.
did I do that with it? Yeah. Alright, and then just again.
Oh, and
Maybe
also, you want to mark yourself with having your sword out, which would be... you have a one-handed longsword, right?
Yes.
So if you're wielding a weapon one-handed, we usually do this icon. That's a melee weapon. Do you have a shield out?
I gotcha. Yes.
Alright, so this is usually the shield one. Alright, so 21 strikes. Go ahead and give me a damage roll.
Alright, may I describe how, he does his thing?
Sure.
Okay, so From the darkness, a large, bulky, armored figure comes out with a shield in one hand, a long sword in the other, and it's almost as if the ground shakes beneath him as he comes rushing out with a and slashes it into the knoll as his skeletal crow familiar goes and flies by, basically.
Alright. So,
And then, after that strike, he resets, shield out, ready to take another blow if needed.
alright, so the archer is actually caught off guard as you come up at him, and you are able to get a telling blow stabbing right through his armor. He goes down.
Ooh, nice.
Alright, so that is it for you. The hunters go. This one yells something in Nolish as he sees you take down that guy. He's going to come over this way. 10, 25. And he's going to take some shots at the new person. Firing twice. Oh, one of the shots does hit you. The arrow...
I will use shield to block it.
Alright, so as the arrow's coming at you, you spend your reaction. Which, when you spend your reaction, that is this symbol. Just for future reference. As the arrow comes at you, yeah, you would throw your hand up quickly, chanting the spell, and the arrow shatters off of your invisible force. The gnoll cackles angrily. His second shot flying past, not even close. So that was it for the hunters. Falsus. Falsus chews.
He's just chewing on a random bit of like root.
Nom, nom.
Sorry, fiance came home middle session with dinner for me, so.
No worries.
Okay,
How dare.
Falthus is. Again, this guy's just still dodging, right?
No,
Did
he is not.
Did he? What did he do last round?
He did attack. So, I forget, because they don't have individual initiative things, it doesn't take it off automatically. But no, he did attack, so he's not
Oh,
dodging.
okay. And are they all wearing the same type of armor? Just trying to gauge.
Yes, they're all wearing hide armor and carrying simple shroom shields.
Do one of these
Shroomwood
two look
shields.
slightly more wounded? Can I tell, or do they look basically the same?
Do you have medicine?
Does Falsus have medicine?
Probably.
No, Falsus does not.
So they both just look like they've taken some hits. It's hard to say who's more wounded.
Got it. Okay.
They're like a little cut up. They're slowing. Basically, like you've gotten some hits on them and it's slowing them down a bit.
Yeah.
You don't think either of them can take much more.
They're gonna go, I think. Yeah, okay. Falsus is gonna just try to take down the one above him.
Alright, so you spin around, stabbing at that guy
Do you have anything special to do?
after he
Think
missed you
so.
on his turn.
Oh! Oh, he doesn't have any spell slots for that. Yeah, so he's just gonna do a normal thing. He doesn't have any second level spell slots. So, just a long sword on the guy above him.
Oh,
Not gonna
Alright.
be anything there.
so the gnoll would dodge to the side, knocking your attack away with his spear. And that's it for Falsus, I assume.
Yeah. I'm looking around. I don't think he has any other bonus actions.
Onyx.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cast that. Oh! Actually, he will cast that. I didn't realize that was a bonus action.
Shield of Faith.
Sorry, is that okay?
Yeah, sure. So you begin concentrating, chanting quickly. Can you do that without a free hand? I forget. Do you
It's
have...
verbal, somatic, and material, so I doubt it.
So does he have? Yeah, usually you would need
Oh, maybe I can't,
Warcaster
yeah, no.
or.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have that quite yet. Okay,
Yeah, so he
Actually,
could
so,
he could drop his sword if he wants to do that. Although then you risk one of the gnolls picking it up.
You could also use a free action to sheath it, I believe, if I got the rules correct.
Yeah, you could use you could use an item interaction to sheath it because you get one
Oh,
free
to
per
just
turn.
sheathe the sealed.
Yeah, like
I'll
to
do that. I'll-
basically. So like you swung, like you lunged forward, he could like do a little
Yep.
flourish and sheath it, then go with his hand gesture and put up the shield of faith.
And then is it also an item interaction to take it out on a separate turn?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll just do that then.
Alright, so your hand is free for now as you sheathe your weapon, quickly casting Shield of Faith as your bonus action. Sorry, Onyx.
No problem.
Your turn.
Is this guy? No. This guy right here. Is he holding a bow or a
Which
sword?
guy?
This one?
Oh, the hunter? Yeah, he has a bow. Sorry, I should have marked that. He just shot at Dandy over there, or the large guy who just came running in.
Who I don't even know about yet.
Yeah, some of you don't even see.
I'll tell Hassan to run between the hunter and Falsus
Alright,
and
so-
help Falsus.
So you give Hassan
And-
a command.
I'm gonna move here and attack this guy, and that means Hassan will take an attack of opportunity. So
Alright, so he moves. Well, on hit when he goes, he will. But
yeah,
so
yeah,
you,
yeah.
Alright, so you move here and attack that guy. Go ahead.
And he's gonna have to. Oh shoot!
14 would be enough. So you do strike.
Hassan is gonna have to use the dash to get there. So
Alright. So what do you. How much you. Oh, nice hit.
another good roll.
So he once again howls with pain, turning back around towards you. And I assume that's it for you?
Yep.
Alright, so Hassan begins dashing over. I like this right click thing. That's nice. And you said to go over and help Falsus, so he rushes over.
I said get between the hunter and Falsus.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
He'll goes over here. So that's it for you and him. The Fang goes. What's he gonna do? I think he's gonna go for Onyx, because you just hit him. As you got his attention, he spins towards you and takes 2 vicious claw swipes. But you dodge back and forth and block one of them. He lunges and tries to bite you with his 3rd attack. And that would strike.
I'll go ahead and shield.
So as he's coming forward, you kind of go, ah, and throw your hand up as a toothy maw bites into force energy. And he kind of shakes his head around, backing off again. Alright, so that is it for him. Anvir.
Oh, hi. I want to focus on this cultist boy, so I will swing with my spiritual weapon again.
So as he is biting at your ally, the spiritual weapon comes flying in. Oh, 24.
Ooh, 24!
Yes, that would hit
Oh, that's not what I wanted to click. What did you say I clicked for damage?
on the spiritual weapon word in the chat. Alright, so it bashes him for 10 points of damage as he stumbles from the hit. Still not fully wounded yet, but starting to. The hits are starting to add up. Anything else, Anvir?
Of course, the old favorite, Tolbadid.
Same target?
Yeah.
Alright, so you chant channeling necrotic energies. He would fail, so go ahead and give me a damage roll on that.
Sibum.
So he is withered as well, and he yells something in Gnollish and points at you. Anything else?
I'm tempted to move further back now, but no, I'll just stay my ground.
All right, Otto.
All right, he's gonna pop out from behind the rocks again, and like, he's gonna sense the. I assume he can sense through his magic that his hex is on a dead target.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though you wouldn't
so
see
I'll-
it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll move my because the spell only says when the if the target drops
well,
to 0
actually,
hit points.
it's not on a dead target. The guy who has your hex is still alive.
Oh, he is. Okay, sorry. I thought there was only one that ran up there. So okay, all right. Then I'm going to still shoot at this guy without the hex.
All right, at the cultist.
Because he's been taking a lot of hits and going down. So.
All right, so you would land a solid hit, blasting him for another
Oh, ignore the hex.
another 10 points then, and he is looking wounded.
And then Otto's gonna and like hop back behind the rocks.
All right, the little gnome does a little giggle and does like a cartwheel behind the rocks, I guess. Whee!
I love
Okay,
this character so
I'm gonna
much.
kill you!
Shot.
Alright, that's it for Otto.
Oh my god, that sounded like the doll from yesterday.
Exactly. No, that doll was perfectly innocent. You guys made a big deal out of it. Perfectly innocent. Alright, the Knolls go. This one here.
Perfectly normal talking doll.
Exactly. This one is going to... He saw you kill his buddy. He's a little bit nervous. So he is going to move back 10, 20, 25, 30. And he is going to fire at you. You do have some cover from the rocks. So he takes one shot, because this is not the hunter. No, so once again you would block as the arrow's coming in, your shield stopping it. Then this guy here is going to pop out, and he's going to fire at Onvir.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. But he rolls poorly, and he will retreat back over here. This guy up here is a little bit worried about that bunny, but he's going to try to take out Falsus, so he continues to stab at him with his spear.
All right, I'll use Hassan will use his reaction, deflect attack.
Alright, so Hassan spends his reaction, and the Gnoll makes a spear attack at disadvantage. Stabbing, he would miss. Luckily you had that shield spell up, and the magic deflects it. This guy here is going to stab with a flank.
Wait, who had shield up?
That was Falsus.
Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith, yeah.
Oh, shield of faith. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So this Gnoll stabs with the flank, attempting to catch you off guard. Terrible roll. Oh, but his friend capitalizes, and while the one misses, the other one does get a solid hit. Alright, but it only strikes for 4 damage. Not the best hit. Still, it's starting to add up, and Falsus is looking wounded now. And I think that's it for them, because you killed the other two. So, new round, Soren.
And
Oh, Falsus, I need a... Oh, you did it already. Okay. Concentration check, which you gave me.
He is.
I'm gonna go there, which I believe is 30. Did that math correctly?
10, 15... That looks right, yeah.
I'm gonna shoot at that guy.
All right, longbow.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
I won't. I'm not gonna do the sharpshooter on this one. Hey, good choice.
Unfortunately, that would not be enough.
Oh, I don't have advantage on this one?
Oh, you do have advantage. That's right, because he can't see you. Yeah, and you ignore cover, so he is shooting at Dandy. When Dandy, you suddenly would see him take an arrow to the back of the head. He goes down. Anything else, Soren?
Nope.
Alright, Soren's turn ends. Oh,
Alright. Just keep focusing on this big guy. I will go to flank him.
alright,
And,
step in for the flank.
I keep wanting to use this bot, but I keep rolling above 20, so there's never any point.
So 25 would strike as you stab him in the back for 6, and he continues to acquire wounds, looking very badly wounded now. And that's it for you.
Yep.
Alright, Dandy.
Alright, so Dandy is going to use his item interaction to sheath his
Quick question
the sheath
for you.
is longsword. Yes.
So you have a sword and a shield. How are you holding the lantern?
I imagine it's kind of like looped into his belt. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Maybe you had
Because it's
time
kind of like a
around,
bullseye lantern. It's one of those just regular lanterns.
Yeah. All right, sure, we can say that. You may have had it tied to your belt or something.
Yeah, just
think that's
so that
what a lot
way
of
his
people-
hands
what
always
a lot of
away in
people
case
take a lantern.
surprise effect.
It's clinking around as you
But
run
anyway,
through the
so-
darkness. Clink, clink. You're not exactly a stealthy guy anyway.
Wearing metal
I
armor.
don't think you can really. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, he's going to use the item interaction to sheath his longsword, which is more like just slotting it onto a loose rope on his waist, because it's basically a giant meat cleaver. But
Yeah.
anyway. And then he is going to use his movement, if Roll20 can stop lagging.
It's a big if.
There we go. Alright. He's gonna move right here. And with his shield at the ready, he will point towards this guy right here and cast Chromatic Orb at 2nd level.
Alright, so you chant summoning magics. Go ahead and link Chromatic Orb for me.
Alrighty. I will use lightning damage. Sounds pretty cool. So let's do that. Did not do it? there we
So
That's not good.
could you link the spell description, though?
Sure. How do I do that?
Go to the spell. There's a little speech bubble when you hover over it, and that will
Yeah.
put it into the chat.
Yeah.
Speech bubble, speech bubble. Alrighty. Let me see.
You're using Roll20.
Wait, is this on roll
Beyond
20 or beyond?
So did you say using Beyond 20? Or were you using
I was
Roll20?
using D&D Beyond to roll and stuff.
Okay, just go to your spell list, click on the spell so it opens the little sidebar, and then there should be a little icon for the Beyond 20 app somewhere in that little spell card.
Alright, I'm looking.
With the little red D20 dice, I think.
Yeah. Just,
Or
I
maybe
see.
a button that says VTT, link to VTT.
All I see is one thing that says cast on VTT, something like that.
Yeah, I think that'll actually roll the attack, though.
Oh,
I mean, you can try
stay
it,
in
but I
VTT.
thought there was another one.
Okay.
There you
There
go.
it is.
There we go.
Alright.
And then, so yeah, 5. So I don't think I should.
Alright.
I mean, he rolled a 5 anyway, so it doesn't matter too much.
Did you and you
And
did buy
then-
that diamond worth 50 GP, right? You have that as one of your the component, the diamond.
I have a component pouch. I don't know if that contains all the components that I
So-
need,
so-
or
Component kit pouches don't replace things that have a cost to them.
Yeah, so generally
I gotcha. So I'll
yeah, I mean, just for future reference, yeah, if something like has a component cost like that, where it says the actual GP value, you do have to actually have one of those.
I gotcha. That's my bad. Sorry.
That's okay,
And
but
and then for my bonus action, I'm gonna direct my familiar to start helping. Give advantage to this bunny rabbit on this guy.
all right. Do you know what the raven's fly speed is?
It's 50 feet.
50.
So
Okay. All
I
right.
believe
So it goes caw, flying this way. 40, 45, 50. And I think
yeah, that works. That works.
so. It's not going to
Yeah,
be
it's
able to
50.
get there this round. So I think it's probably going to dodge for now and try to get there next round.
That works.
All right. So that's it for Dandy. The hunter goes, which luckily they are both dead, so they drop out of the initiative, and it is Falsus's turn.
Falsus is gonna try to attack the one above him again. Try to take this guy down.
All right. So he steps forward, lunging at the wounded one.
Oh, he's gonna item interaction to pull out the long sword.
All right, because he put it away. Shh. So he draws his sword once again.
But that
23. Oh yeah.
probably hits this time.
Yep. So he gets him as he's trying to bring his shield up, but you are too fast, and you get a telling blow, cutting into him, and he falls over. Anything else?
Nope. That's it for Falsus.
All right, Onyx.
All right. I'll yell to Hassan to do the circle trick I taught him. And then I will attack this guy.
All right, so you attack with the flank, stabbing at him with
Oh!
the long sword.
Does that do it?
Yes. Well, that's 17 plus 2, 19. Oh, did you say oh because you rolled 2 1s?
I
I was like, that's a pretty good
I saw
roll.
the red and I was like, oh no.
Oh,
Those
okay.
are D4 ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a pretty good roll. I
That's
don't know why. All right, so you get him off guard once again, doing 10 points, and he's really badly wounded, but he's still up.
All right, and then Hassan's going to move to flank this guy with Falsus, take an attack, and then move here between these two.
All right, so he lunges forward using his force attack. 20 would hit, so he blasts this guy for 6 force damage, getting him kind of off guard. He stumbles forward, but he is not looking wounded yet. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, the Fang goes. He yells something in Nolish as he aggressively goes for Eldwin.
That's just not nice.
The first attack would hit.
I'll shield.
All right. What's your AC with shield? Oh, it would
20.
still hit. So he strikes you
Real.
anyway, getting through the shield. Doing
The emboldening bond I think can be used on. No, I'm sorry. It saves. Never mind. Go ahead.
so yeah, that would get through, doing 9 points of slashing. As the shield comes up, he hits so hard that it goes right through.
Eldrin, are you below half health?
I think he is
Yes,
now.
I am.
Oh, he is now. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So the creature roars and takes a second attack, hoping to end this with the claw. Close, but the shield does save you this time, barely deflecting that attack. And he is going to finally attempt to bite you. Oh. That would be a crit. So, unfortunately... well, I need a saving throw, although it might not matter. I need a con save from Eldwin.
Which that bond works, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the bond would help
Bond.
with that.
You get a D4 basically.
No, it's
D4 plus
proficiency modifier.
No, it's
No,
D4.
it's a D4.
Is it a D4? I just
Yeah, the
saw
proficiency
two
modifier is how
twice
many times
before.
I can
Alright,
use it.
so the
yeah.
emboldening bond does save you. So you don't take the poison damage. However, he does do 14 piercing with the bite.
That's enough.
Mm.
So he rushes in at you, biting your shoulder as a bunch of blood goes everywhere, and you fall to the ground. Oh. You are unconscious and bleeding to death. And you have a level of exhaustion. That is it for him. Anvir, what are you gonna do?
First things first, healing word.
On Eldwin?
Yeah.
Alright, so you chant summoning healing energies. Go ahead and link the spell.
I'm gonna do it as second level as well.
Alright, so at the very edge of the spell, the healing energies affect Eldwin, giving him 10 points of health back. So he is conscious, but still down.
Wait, that's weird.
Exactly the amount I had before I went down.
Yeah, no, it's right.
Oh, and you're prone. Anything else? Well, that was your bonus, so I assume you're going to do a normal action.
Yeah, you know what's coming.
Totally
Tell
dead.
the dead.
Alright, so the Fang will try to resist, making a wisdom save. Oh, he fails! And he is withered to death because he was at 1 hit point.
Thank goodness.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's so. Oh gosh.
Yeah, very close. But yeah, now he's dead. Anything else on Veer?
Since he's dead, I'll actually move now.
Okay.
Oh god!
Did you forget about the other one?
No, I was just saying that because this is the first time I've seen how many are up there.
Fair
This
enough.
entire fight, I've only
just been
seen
in-
these
You've just been
four.
covered down here, yeah.
Exactly.
Alright, Otto. The
Alright.
crazy gnome back doing cartwheels. What are you gonna do?
He's gonna scamper out from his cover, and he's gonna spy the guy with his hex, and he's gonna go, oh, I see you!
That's
And he's
terrifying.
gonna miss. He's gonna miss
You're gonna
terribly.
completely miss.
Oh God!
This guy's like, what? Oh god! As a little blast goes past. It's like, what the?
Ah. Okay, I guess that's all he's got.
I guess I did see you.
Alright, so the Knolls go. This one yells out as he sees his friend get blasted or wither, and he is going to take a shot at Anvir down here. So
Come on, me.
he gets an arrow ready and fires. Oh, I think he just managed to hit you.
17.
Yes. So you are struck as you come out of hiding, taking 8 points of damage. Nasty hit. This one up here is gonna... You know what? He's like... F this. He's going to start retreating towards the Knoll base.
Wait, did you say 8 or 9 damage?
8 damage. So he goes 15, and then he's going to take a dash action to try to get out through a cave over here. But you know, if he does get away to get to the base, they will be alerted to what's going on. This guy here is going to Gonna circle around Falsus, and the two of them are gonna stab at him again. Stab, stab. Falsus, what's his AC right now? 20. So one of them would strike, the other one would miss, doing 4 piercing damage. Again, not a very good hit.
That's good.
And he needs a con save. Alright, so he's good. And that's it for the Knolls. Soren.
I'm going to... Yeah, first thing, we're just going to try to sharpshooter the healthier one. And... Yeah, I'm going to just try to sharpshooter shot the healthier one.
Alright, so you take aim, attempting a sharpshooter shot.
18?
Yes, that would land.
For 16.
He goes down, and Falsus is released, no longer grappled.
Then I'm just going to move 30 up here.
Alright, you start moving up that way. Eldwin, you are prone and you dropped your weapon, but you are alive. What are you
Alright,
gonna do?
I guess I'll do is I'll pick up my sword, stand back up,
Yep.
and oh, that's what I can't select. So I saw the one knoll start running off, right?
Yes. You saw... You were prone, but I think with your dark vision, you did see him up here as he took off.
Alright.
I think everyone but
So-
Sleepy has the dark vision, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Onyx does.
Well, I have a
Oh,
magical
wait.
dark vision that I
You
can
should.
roll.
No. You gave me the special one. Yeah.
Yeah, normally he doesn't, but yeah, you gave it to him.
Yeah, I think everyone except Sleepy has my dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Question. I only have, that sucks. I only have 15 movement.
You can dash.
I could, but I'm just
Then you won't get your
wondering.
attack.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna move this 15 anyway, so I'll move 15 up here. And do I have a shot on that knoll?
Let's see. Yes, because none of those rocks are blocking cover, or sorry, blocking sight. So it would be with cover, but you do have a shot.
Alright. And Empowering Bond works if I'm within 30 feet of my ally, right?
Of Onyx specifically, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which you are.
Okay. So I will try and firebolt him.
Alright.
And I don't know if that'll hit that, so
Oh, good roll.
16.
So 16 would be just enough with the cover that barely makes it, and you do 6 points of fire damage, scorching him. Unfortunately, he is still alive, but looking very badly wounded now. Anything else?
and then I'll just call out so everyone knows that one's trying to get away up north.
All right. Dandy, what do you want to do?
Alright. Alright, can I see that knoll that was running?
The one running north, yes. You have. He would have cover from you, but you can see him.
Okie dokie. He would have cover. Alright.
Yeah, he's got some rock
I
formation
will
on the
be-
way here.
I will cast command at that knoll.
Okay.
So I'll just do that real quick.
Could you link the spell?
Yep. And then cast
you-
at first level.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Well, I guess I don't.
So,
Yeah, I have.
the range of command is 60 feet. And you are currently 70 feet away from him. That's why I asked.
That's my bad. I can move. I can move a couple feet forward, like over here, and then do it.
So you move up a bit, chanting as he's trying to get away, casting
I
this.
also, I also need to bring this up, but how far is the range on the lantern?
It's 60, so it would be at the edge of his lantern, I believe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, he would definitely see him. But yeah, the issue is more just he was out of range of the spell. So
Oh,
you,
good, I just wanted to check that.
you cast command. Let's see.
And with command, I'm just gonna shout "Halt!" And
Now the question
yeah, so they have to
is-
make a spell save of.
Question is, does he speak, or what language do you say it in?
What languages do I know actually? Let me just check.
Pretty much the
I
question is,
know.
do you speak no?
No.
Well, you
There
could-
is a
There's a chance he speaks common. I'm just curious what language you're using, because it does matter. If he doesn't understand the language, it won't affect him.
I'll probably speak common. Just
Alright. Oh, he does in fact speak common. So he has to make a wisdom save.
Mhm.
As the magics begin to flow over him. Barely fails it, and he would. You said halt?
yes. Yes, actually, yeah. Halt. Yeah.
Alright, so he would stop in his tracks, as he must halt for a round, I believe.
Yep.
Anything else?
And then, as a bonus action, I'll continue to have my familiar go over to this knoll right here,
Alright.
and then I will use the rest of my movement, which I believe is 15, to move a little bit closer, and that will be my turn.
Alright, so your familiar attacks this one, pecking at him incessantly, giving the next attack advantage. That is it for Dandy Falsus.
Yeah, Pulsus is just going to. Yeah, we're just gonna attack the one below me. I have advantage on it, right? Because of the crow.
Yes, because of the crow. Distracting it, so you would have advantage.
Is there a token
think-
for a
yeah.
crow? Because I'm not seeing one.
You don't see this
It's
right
right here.
I think it's a raven.
Yeah. So,
There it is.
Oh, a
I just-
token you said. Gotcha.
Alright, so 20 would strike.
see it.
Luckily, you did
Roll up.
distract him, and that would impale the poor Knoll as he falls down. Anything else?
Yeah, Falsus is gonna start moving towards this other one. Does the crow? Is the crow difficult terrain?
No.
No, he's only,
it's-
like,
it's
okay.
flying around. You can just run
Yeah.
under him.
Falsus is gonna move 30 feet that way.
Alright, you rush over that way. Onyx, what do you want to do?
All right, I'll seeing that one go down, I'll yell for Hassan to come back to me as I move over to engage this guy and attack him.
All right, so you rush up on the one with the bow who is shooting your ally and attack. 14 would be enough because he doesn't have a shield out right now, and he is struck for 12.
Man, that's some good damage rolls.
Yep. He is wounded, but still up. Anything else?
Oh, I think since Hassan has to use a dash to come back to me, that would use up my bonus action. So
Alright, so
that's it.
Hassan does indeed come back over here to help you out. And that's it for you. The Fang has died, so he leaves combat. Anvir.
Hi. For my bonus action, I'll move my spiritual weapon over and whack the one next to Onyx.
Alright. Flies over and whacks. Oh yeah, it definitely whacks. Whoopsh. Slamming into him for 7. Ow.
Simon.
That guy's looking beat up, but he's still up.
Then I'm gonna move forward.
Alright, you step up. Anything else?
And then it's probably gonna be a difficult shot, but I'm gonna try and guiding bolt the guy all the way at the north.
Alright. Yeah, well, he has cover, but you can certainly try. Lots of cover.
No! I got a natural one.
So it kind of streams across and hits one of these rocks over here. Anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Alright. Odo.
Otto
Sorry, Otto.
hop and skip his full movements up to here.
Just think about what you think when you think about just his entire attitude, just odd.
It's true. He is a bit odd.
That puts me exactly in range. Let's see if this finally works.
Heck yeah.
14 would be... Do you have any bonuses by chance?
Nothing.
Oh no.
Alright, so
I just thought of
unfortunately,
something.
that would usually hit, but with all the cover in the way, that would miss.
I did just think of something. Wouldn't my roll technically have been an advantage because he wouldn't have been able to see me because I'm like 120 feet away?
There's a torch in that pile.
Yeah, there is a torch there.
Ah, okay. I didn't notice that.
here.
The man.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that would barely miss. Anything else?
He makes that exasperated noise that I just attempted and probably hurt all your ears, and I think that that's all.
Alright. The Knolls go. So that one is going to stand there for now, because he was told to. This guy down here is going to...
My guy's so polite, he just stands still.
Yeah. This guy's going to drop his bow and pull out his spear. And attempt to stab at the bunny.
Ooh.
Ooh, one-handed melee
Okay.
stab. The bunny is
Yeah.
stabbed. And the bunny is stabbed for 5 piercing damage. But that is all the Knolls can do, because the rest of them are down. New round, Soren.
Soren is just going to 5. Yeah, I guess we'll just move 30 and then just try to shoot the last guy there. Because I can't see the guy above me.
Alright.
Or wait, is this is a pure wall, right? This black? Or is that just like... I know it's impassable, but like... I can... I have false. I can't separate Soren's and Falsus's vision right now because I'm controlling both. So I don't actually know if Soren can or cannot see this guy.
No, that would be a solid wall there, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll just shoot at this guy then.
Okay. So I think if you highlight your token and hit Alt L, it'll give you the vision of that token.
No.
Or at least, or is it Control L? Something L. Yeah, it's Control L.
I think that's only if you're the.
Is that
Nope,
only
that
for
worked.
you?
No, I think that worked.
Oh no, it did work.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
if
it
you're
looks for any
controlling
tokens. You
yeah, if you're
control.
controlling multiple tokens, that'll give you the vision of that token.
Didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
Yeah, Roll20
yeah, I will-
like it's kind of the thing. One of the things I like about Roll20, there's all this like weird archaic lore to it, like lots of good functionality that they don't tell anyone about.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, but so yeah, we're gonna shoot that guy then.
Or that's at least not obvious. Alright, so you take aim and fire at the last one. Oh, good shot. 21 would strike. He gets an arrow to the side of the head. He goes down.
I used to be a no like you.
Me.
And I took an arrow to the head.
Boo.
Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Alright, Soren's turn ends. Elwyn.
Alright. I'm going to move up here.
Alright.
That's 30 feet. Gives me a better shot at our good friend the Knoll, and I will firebolt.
Alright, so you chant, sending a bolt of fire hurtling towards him.
Just in case.
And 17 plus 3, 20. That would definitely strike, as he doesn't have a shield right now. So he takes 7 and is immolated. Burning him up. Alright, and I think that's all the enemies. So the group is safe for now. Why don't we...
healing.
Well, why don't we start with a quick description of Dandy? What would you look like to them, Dandy?
Can I describe him, or if that's all right?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Nice, nice. Okay, so to describe Dandy, it would be to describe a statue. He was large, imposing, and with his back facing you guys, you would probably notice the more reptilian, or should I say amphibian, legs. Are they amphibian? I don't know. I forget which one the turtle is, but not plenty. And a large armored shell on their back, and a horned helmet. They were large and imposing, as I've said, and they were breathing heavily, just holding a sword in one hand, shield in the
Alright.
less at the ready.
Ooh, you froze me there.
Oh yeah, it froze up.
Yeah, you froze for a second. Yeah.
Alright. Sorry, go ahead, continue.
Their clothes were not horrible, but they were definitely raggedy, like he had been traveling a lot. Little bits of scavenged armor bolted on, but it's mostly for show or intimidation as it looks, because the shell makes it hard to wield any or wear any regular armor, at least for the most part. Either way, flicking the blood from his sword and sheathing it to his side, and moving the shield from, like holding it to more like strapped to his arm, he turns around. And unlike what would normally be described as a Toro with the hunched back, wise and elderly, this looked like a warrior, a barbarian, but there was a sense of righteousness in his posture. The straight back, the steady gaze, and the quickly calmed breathing as he looked to the rest of the people here. I suppose introductions are in order. Am I wrong?
So you're approaching them, basically?
Approaching them, but cautiously. Not so much like I consider them a threat, or Danny considers them a threat, but rather more so as to not startle them, as his kind is probably not very socially accepted, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So keeping his distance respectfully.
So you said you had a shield and sort of a longsword cleaver-looking weapon?
Yeah, like it's one of those ones that kind of go like this and then mushroom out.
Do you
Like
have...
I got the picture I can send.
Alright, well, do you have any obvious other weapons, like a bow or any daggers
Oh
or anything?
yes. On his side, he has a large battle axe. Like this thing normally would look like a halberd to a regular sized person, but this thing, it was just barely big enough to be a proper battle axe for someone of his size.
Alright.
And it was, yes.
Oh, no, go ahead, sorry. I thought you were done.
And his skull, his shield, as well as his battle axe, have kind of a skull decor on it. The shield having like a large skull on the front, to kind of intimidate enemies, and then battle axe has a similar thing, where it's like a skull and then the axe head comes out of it.
Alright. So Dandy approaches you guys, as he said, a bit cautiously. Soren, what would you look like to him? We'll do some character introductions.
Soren looks kind of like a not quite middle-aged man, but slightly like under middle age, kind of unkempt a little bit. Mostly carries a bow. He has a short sword on the side, but he's always holding the bow. He just kind of wears like the robes, kind of like in the picture, with some hide armor underneath, and he just seems kind of not necessarily stalwart, but kind of always like watching, like he keeps an eye on everything, kind of just like always looking around the corners and whatnot.
Alright. What about Onyx? How would Onyx look to him?
Onyx is a human, average height, with red hair. He's got goggles on his head, and wearing a duster coat. Goes down to below his knees. He's holding a shield. He had been wielding a longsword, but he stows it as he looks over at you. And he is accompanied by a 4-foot tall metal rabbit that follows
Never not
him
funny.
wherever he goes.
A large, large. He's metallic, right?
Yeah, he is steel.
Steel. Okay, so very solid, very big bunny that might look a little bit creepy. What about Anvir?
Onvir is, fairly young for an elf, but about middle-aged for a human. But he wears a lot of very almost ceremonial-looking armor that are all deep dark blues and purples. And his hair, is braided backwards, and half of it is jet black and half of it is a deep purple. And he wears a pendant around his neck, which is almost like an onyx gem with a purple tint to it.
All right. What about Eldwin?
Eldon looks like a young, early 20s human. Brown hair. He's got a scar on the left side of his face. He's wearing leather armor. How it looks in the icon there, with gold. It's green with patches of gold. And while he's holding one rapier right now, on his side, you'll notice that he has a second rapier that looks way too nice for anything in this area, and has a green gem encrusted in the pommel of it.
All right. And finally, last but not least, Otto.
So he's a little white-haired gnome. He's looks like he might be just past his middle years, but not necessarily decrepit. He's the scrawniest gnome you've ever seen. He's real gangly and bony, maybe about 3 feet tall. He's wearing simple clothing, very neat and tidy though, but linens, leathers, wools, and he's got some little daggers sheathed at his belt. He's got a small buckler strapped to his left forearm. And his eyes kind of change depending on the light and the angle. Sometimes they seem yellow and sometimes they seem brown and different colors in between. And he's going to be kind of hopping over. New friends all around. Scaled friends and tiny feathered friends. He looks a little daft.
All right.
Well, no, the thing is, it's not even feathered. Remember, it's a skeleton.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking
and-
of,
yeah, there we go.
sorry. But yeah, speaking of, Dandy or Lion, you can call me either. Lion's skeletal crow raven familiar would kind of land and perch on his right shoulder.
Oh, I missed that he's a skeletal raven.
Oh.
Ah, sorry. Forget what Otto said about tiny feathered friends.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
So he would land
yeah.
there and maybe peck a little bit affectionately at Dandy's shoulder.
Nice.
Kind of reaching up with his shield arm. He'd give his bony friend probably. He would. I want to say feathered, but yeah, bony friend. Just kind of give
Any
it
winged bones.
a few scritches behind the jawbone or the beak bone or whatever, and says, and would look to everyone. My name is Lion. I was close by when I heard the commotion here. I rushed as fast as I can. I hope I wasn't interrupting anything. And he would kind of just look around.
I appreciate the help.
And so yes,
There was no problem.
we were ambushing this patrol group of them. They were in our path on our way to the fort up here that we're assaulting.
I see. Wait a second. Do you mean the Knoll base? The one that's... And he would kind of point in a general direction of where he kind of thinks it is, you know. The one just over that way.
Northeast, yeah.
Yes, exactly that one.
Yep, that would be the one.
Interesting. You see, I guess you can say that I also have a slight investigative instinct towards that base. They've been raiding my camp. Well, they raided it once. Tried to, at least. Ran the buggers off. Speaking of, I'm sure you all must be weary after battle. My camp is nearby in case you want to sit and eat and we can discuss things.
Oh, we should really get back to the major part about. You see, we're actually leading an army.
Falsus nods. He says, though I wouldn't mind a rest, as he kind of grabs his shoulder and rotates it a bit. They got some good hits on me.
I mean, I just pointed at Eldon.
Yes, indeed, he says. We're all a bit worse for wear, but if maybe you could come with us back to our army and provide more information.
Well, he would kind of scratch behind his jaw with a bit of reptilian-esque claw. I would not mind that, though. I am a little cautious around most humanoids. At least humans in general. Not that I have anything against them myself, but they seem to have something against me, and would kind of gesture to the shell.
Then perhaps we have something in common, Falsus says.
Jealous they are.
Just completely out of
I
character.
wouldn't
I love
mind having a nice sturdy shell to hide under.
That is
Just love
true,
it.
though.
Goblins and reptiles.
Yeah.
That is quite true. That is something that my race is quite known for, though I try not to use it unless absolutely necessary. It's a little unbecoming in my personal opinion. But as long as I have your word that I will not be, well, let's just say picked upon, then I will gladly pick up camp and meet you where you are.
I mean, half of our army is gnolls. I don't think they're going to reject a turtle person.
Turtle.
that-
Turtle. Not the same as turtle.
That is true, Tortle. But not that I mind.
You must have actually seen a turtle.
Actually, that's a good point. I'm not sure if I would have or not.
So, if you... Does anyone have nature training?
Yes, Soren
I do
does.
not.
So if you have nature
do.
training, you've probably heard of turtle, though they are exceedingly rare. Most of you probably would have never seen one before.
Do we know they exist?
If you have nature, you know they exist. If you don't have nature, you would probably think he just looks like a walking turtle.
Oh yeah, then Otto stands by what he said. He knows what a turtle is, even if he's never seen one.
Yeah.
But you
So
have nature training?
Falsus would sort of look around and he would say, what of the bodies? Should we try to hide them?
Yes, and also
Well-
search them. I like money.
Yes. indeed.
Well, from experience, fire tends to be the quickest evidence destroyer. Well,
Also,
I've-
attention gainer.
that is rather true, actually.
The smell of
These are
smoke
caves.
might lead something here. I don't know if we should burn them. Maybe just hide them in a dark corner.
Burning hair and flesh, delicious.
It would make this area smell quite a bit.
Let's just find a dead end and put them under a pile of rocks.
All right.
Yes,
could
I do
work
believe
quite
that
well.
would be the best idea.
Speaking of fire, I'm starting to grow rather hungry.
So, all right. So you're gonna search the knolls for supplies. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
All right. So they have the normal armaments. If you're searching, the hunters would have hide armor, longbows, and some arrows. If any of those jump out, the cultists would actually not have too much, but I'll say, all right, I'll say they have, or he has, the one that you find, 20 gold pieces worth of nature reagents. Or, sorry, components, not reagents. So I guess, who's quartermaster?
I got that.
Alright, so you got that. And the normal gnolls, the foot soldiers would have spears, shields, and bows like they usually have. Altogether on them, you would find 12 gold pieces among them. Now, what skill do you want to use to try to hide the bodies?
We're stealthing the bodies, so we'll use
I would
stealth.
say,
I don't know.
yeah,
Saying
I would
this.
say stealth could be one, or you could probably use survival.
I have survival.
Alright, so I'll take up to
Also,
I'll take up to 2 rolls from the group that can use either stealth or survival. Just whoever wants to do it, but only 2 rolls. So
are you making intelligence?
Otto
I have 6 in stealth.
still with
My survival's really good, so
well,
I definitely
remember,
recommend doing
Eldwin, Eldwin, you do have exhaustion right now, so you would be rolling at disadvantage.
Oh, that's right. So I'd be disadvantaged, yeah.
You're not
Forgot
helping.
about that.
Sit back, boy.
Eldwin's like, I can help. Ugh.
if you'd like, I
can't
know
follow
a bit
the
about rocks. I'm really
Guys.
good.
Oh, good roll. So 24. Anyone else want to help?
You guys, yeah,
26.
Favorites are. Wait,
Oh,
what? Is it
favorites.
yeah,
26?
that's very good.
That's right.
Do you get
favorite
stuff
turn.
survival, right?
Okay, 22 and 26.
Oh!
Alright, so you're sort of helping each other carry the bodies, and you find a pretty good spot in the shadows where there's a bunch of rocks to cover them up. So you think they're pretty well hidden.
At some point while we're like finding the rocks and kind of like building the little cairn over them or whatever, Otto's gonna launch into like he's gonna start examining some of the rocks and launch into like an admiration description of the qualities of the particular limestone that the rock is made of, and start like waxing geology and seem rather enamored of the rocks as you work.
All right. So that takes you about 20 minutes, and then you're headed back to your army.
Yep.
And Lion, you said you were going to go to your camp first, or are you going to go with them directly to the army?
I'd go to his camp quickly, like scrounge everything up, and then set back off. And his camps are usually really temporary, so he would probably be pretty experienced with, packing up, getting ready, and setting back out.
Are you all going to wait for him, or do you want him to just try to track you?
I figure we'll just sit around and wait for him.
All right.
Well, I mean, we're coming through. We're coming
While we were
through here
hiding.
to get to the camp, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So
if it won't take him too long, we should see him coming back through here.
give me a D20 roll. Let's see if something happens.
Wait, before we... Sorry. Anyone who needs healing, before we do that, I would be, after I repair Hassan, I would heal anyone who needs it.
I could do with it. I'm also
Using
just going to be
your
back in a
medic
second.
thing.
Yeah, using the healer feat, yep.
so
Including
Falsus would definitely need it. And I
Okay.
think Falsus and Eldwin look visibly wounded. I'm not sure who else is speaking up.
Alright, this will be for Falsus.
Alright, so Falsus gains 12. And since
This is Eldwin.
Soren stepped away, I'll just adjust his hit points.
Alright. This is Eldwin. Oh, sorry, Eldwin. This one's for me.
And you would see like a bloody cut on Otto, but he doesn't seem concerned about it. But you don't know him well enough to know whether or not he would ever seem concerned about it.
Well, I'll just ask him. I'll say, Otto, hey, do you want me to heal you? I can do that.
Oh, well, don't mind if you do. And he'll like hold out his cut arm or whatever.
I think you got shot with
Wow.
an arrow, so you might have a
Yeah.
arrow.
3
sticking
straight
out.
ones.
That's all right. That's enough.
Aw.
That was it. He doesn't have a lot of hit
Satchel
points,
power.
so this arrow wasn't a big
Yeah, so he
thing,
actually
but it
does.
was like a third of. It was like a third of his hit points. So
Yeah, he looks fully wounded or fully healed from that. All
and he
right.
gives a nice little hoot. Thank you very much, sir.
So you wait for Lion to go to his base for a moment to get his stuff, and yeah, give me a D20 roll. I want to see.
Did I get a heal there or no?
Oh, did you heal Anvir?
Oh, did you? I'm sorry. Did you request it?
Yeah, I did say I could do with it, but I had to just quickly nick off for a second.
All right,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
he's
Here comes yours.
patching.
Surely
Such
it
a
won't
good-
be another one.
Such a good feat at low level.
Hey!
Such a good feat.
Yeah.
And
I have
resets
to
on the
feel
short rest.
after
It's
that.
Back to
amazing.
full.
All right. So yeah, someone give me a D20 roll.
Is Faustus still below half?
Falsus.
I mean, I guess he's
no.
not probably going to be joining our next battle anyway. But
Yeah, he's probably going to go into the background now that we have 6. But no, Falsus.
Maybe we
is
send
looking okay.
Falsus to start getting the army moving forward again.
He'll be a soldier plus in the battle.
Yeah,
he's
he'll-
a new
Unless the mini
NPC.
ones.
He'll be fighting in the background. That's fine. All right, so nothing happens. Lion gets his stuff and comes back and meets you, and you make your way back to the army.
Oh, and just to describe things, what he gathers is basically 2 giant pack spiders. One of them carrying, a lot of survival stuff like tents, bear traps, stuff like that, as well as 2 cloaked figures on top of it, while he himself rides on the other one with another cloaked figure behind him also riding. And that one kind of
Oh.
just holds supplies.
This guy's got retainers.
He's
Yeah.
got stuff.
Nice.
All right.
Who are all these people?
You gonna answer if he asks who are these people? Lion, I mean.
What?
I think.
I said, who are all these people?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was that character. Sorry. He will just say, "Well, it's a long story, but consider them friends, just some helping hands."
Fair enough.
All right. Why don't we do a quick break to use the restroom and just stretch for a minute? I'll be back in 5 minutes.
I'm just gonna go grab something to drink. Beer.
All right.
I was trying really
Sorry.
hard to conserve resources in that fight, and I didn't, when we first said like, oh, let's take out this patrol of gnolls, I didn't expect it to end up taking us so long and having a couple of people get hurt so much. Like,
Oh god, yeah.
I guess I could have probably brought out some stronger stuff early
Well,
on, but I was
It's
thinking
probably
of
good
the.
you saved it because you're probably gonna have to fight a bunch more once you get there.
Well, that's exactly, like, we're on our way to this Knoll base with this big plan, and that's what I was trying to be cautious of. But I mean, we did okay. At least we're all still here.
Yeah, I still got some first levels, and I have both my blade songs, which is what I was trying to conserve was those things, so they only last a minute.
Hey, Lou.
Is that
Question.
all?
If Onyx is still wearing the ring, but I'm not in it, can we still communicate? Or he might have stepped away.
I think he stepped away now because he
Yeah,
did say he was
that's
going to be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was surprised when he chimed in just there initially because I
Yeah,
thought maybe he stepped
same.
away. Yeah, so he probably did.
I thought this brass had left. There's your day, Ben. Oh, and I'm all by myself now. Hello. Hello again.
Hello. There we go. Hello.
Oh, I love your Hero Forge mini, by the way,
Oh, thank you.
because that's how I make mine as well.
Yeah. I tried Hero Forge once before a long time ago. Wasn't really happy with it, but I decided, why not give it a shot? Because a lot of the pictures on Pinterest, Google Plus, and stuff, the turtles on there are more typical. The ones with the hunched back, wise old, Kung Fu Panda kind of stuff, which is
Master
fine,
Uguay.
but. Yeah, Master Uguay. But I want my guy to be like this big, bulky, like this is a turtle in his prime. He's about to chew bubblegum and kick ass, or
But you can
whichever
choose
way.
postures and stuff in Hero
Oh,
Forge
yeah.
and stuff nowadays.
Oh
so-
yeah, that's why.
Well, they've added
I
a
did.
ton of stuff in the last couple of years.
Oh yeah, look, there's a reason I'm a pro member of Hero Forge. I love it.
Well, I actually have I backed their Kickstarter for when they first did the color minis. So I have actually, I have a bunch of coupons for unused minis because pretty much exactly when I got free colored minis was pretty much when pandemic started and I started playing virtually instead of in person. So it's like I don't have to need for minis now.
Oh, by the way, I posted the full picture of Lion there.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd done the
His
same.
armor
for
is
you,
pretty
I
sharp.
think you saw.
Like
Oh, yeah.
literally and figuratively.
Yeah. I definitely wanted him to have a bit of a barbarian style to him.
I did a similar
thanks
thing
for
with a
that.
monk I played once.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cool. I love his tail.
Yeah. So usually the tail would be under the coat, but
Nah.
yeah.
No, that's
Actually,
okay.
I guess it could
Have a
be,
little hole in the coat. Yeah.
because
pet-
he would
like
also
pet
have a
costumes have.
hole for his shell. So yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So how
Well,
tall
and
is
it may
your character?
even-
Because you were
if it was-
describing him as huge.
Yeah, if the coat
yeah,
was
he's
made
pretty
for
big.
you, if the coat was made for you, then it might be like where it kind of drapes around your shoulders and dips kind of down low in the back to accommodate your shell.
Yeah, I think. I like to think that this was made for him back when he
Yeah.
was still, with his own kind and stuff,
Mhm.
which wasn't too long ago. Though he might have made a few improvements, which is why it might look a little bit more tattered, a little bit more DIY, because he
So,
has grown quite a bit.
So what is he holding in his left hand?
His left
Is that a
hand is
shield?
a shield. It's like a
Oh, it is a shield.
shield
Okay.
with like a skull, like banded around it. Like I
I
love.
see.
I like the look of all those more tattered looking things, like the sword with the cloth strewn around it, and for both the handle and around the blade.
Have you
Same
seen?
for the skull thing.
You would love the new outfit they've added to Hero Forge.
Yeah.
That really tattered robe one.
Yeah.
Where it's like cult robes that have all been like torn to shit.
I'll have to go check it out, honestly.
Yeah, it's like this like a big, like the stereotypical like cultist pointy hood and like this overcoat that like is ripped above, like pretty much there's nothing below the chest because it's just like dangly past that.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, I think he kind of looks like a medieval Bowser.
I kind
Like
of
it.
went for the more like ceremonial look for my guy.
Yeah.
All right, how we doing? Is everyone back?
I'm doing good.
Yep. I think so.
Otto and Onyx are chattering away as we travel. Onyx might have a little bit of a plan here, of which I approve.
Yeah. I mean, I was just suggesting that since Otto can go back into this ring, maybe when Soren and I go inside, Otto can pop in the ring and be with us,
Oh,
so that we have 3 inside people instead of just 2.
that would be a much better idea.
That's a good idea actually.
Ooh.
Oh,
He's
yes.
happy with it.
This is the plan, by the way.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I just realized, I was just like, oh yeah, Lion, this is the plan, by the way.
Oh, gotcha. Filling in.
Yeah, you fill them in on what you're planning to do. So you would travel back to where the soldiers are. Yuri is there. She greets you. She says, "How did it go?"
Pretty well. We seem to have made a new friend.
She looks him over a bit. He's a big one. She says,
Yes.
well met, friend. My name is Yuri."
My name is Lion, though some have been known to call me Dandy, or you may refer to me by my full name, Dandelion, and would reach forward
Aw.
to reciprocate the handshake.
I didn't catch the full name before that. I like it.
All right. So she
Yeah.
she shakes your hand and smiles and says, "I assume since you came back with them that you are no friend of the Knolls."
I am friend to all that need me, though I can certainly agree that the Knolls that we are fighting do not need my help, not that I would give it.
She nods and says, "Well, we have quite a few soldiers ready to help defeat their base. Will you be joining us for this battle?"
I will do my best to help.
Well, you have our thanks then. Are you all ready to proceed? She kinda
Did we
looks
want to
back
take
towards the
a
group now.
small rest first?
Well, they.
I am as ready to go as ever,
Would
though
give
I will
chance
I could
to,
also go first, Mac.
Yeah, I was going to suggest a short rest, but then I realized that's an hour for them to realize there's no patrol anymore.
Yeah, we don't have that luxury. I think we're pretty okay because it's not like a short rest would get rid of Eldwin's exhaustion anyway.
No, but it
No,
might top
it would
off his
bring
HP
me-
a bit.
It would give.
me some spell slots, and it would bring me from barely above half.
It would also give Onyx back all those bandages, all the healings.
Yep.
True. Yeah, I don't think we can.
And I can get
yeah,
one spell
because of-
slot back.
Because of the patrol, though, yeah, I don't think we can wait an hour because they kind of.
Sadly, yeah.
Yuri says, well, from what you said, the patrol didn't actually go back to the camp, so they might not notice the patrol that has been overtaken. It could
Most
be a
likely
risk.
they patrol more than an hour, but it depends on when they were due back.
Yeah, exactly, she says. And from what you were telling us, they didn't go back to the camp as part of their patrol. She says, I don't know. It could be a risk. I'll leave it up to you, all of you. What do you think?
We also don't know if there's a personnel change that might happen.
Do we want to risk it to get you your rest, or shall we just move on?
I think we just push on.
Say, I'm personally fine. I'm not sure the weight of the other ones, but I mean, I think it's better to not.
How's Eldwin? Was he able to heal up?
He needs a little bit more, I think.
He would look a bit wounded from the hits he took, but overall he seems like he's in good shape.
Can
Didn't
we
we have?
utilize Falsus's lay on hands? Is that acceptable? Since he was in the combat?
I don't know how much he has left.
He has all 20 left, because we got a full rest and haven't used any of it since I've been controlling it.
Sure. You can use his lay on hands for now.
Yay! Thank you, Lou.
I have to use it. There's actually I can just use it at a number of that 20, right?
Any
Yes.
increment, yeah.
He'll start healing you by ones until you're full.
Alright.
Up to 20.
How you feeling?
Tink,
A little more? A little more?
Like, here you go.
He pokes him up in the forehead, pokes him in the nose, pokes him in the shoulder,
Everywhere that hurts.
one at a time.
Gently poking everywhere that hurts.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 6 seconds per hit point, so you could slowly heal him up if you want
Yeah,
to.
so up to 20. If you need less than 20, let me know. If you need more than 20, sorry.
That'll cost him 11.
Okay.
Alright, so you sit there slowly healing him, and yeah, he would feel much better.
There's 9 more.
So Yuri says, so do we need more time to rest? Or
I'll take
I think we're alright.
I'll take some of those 9 if no one else claims them.
I think you're good to take them.
Okay. I feel like I need like maybe 8/9 of what you have left.
Yeah. there you go.
Alright.
I mean, just roughly.
I mean, he'll just play the same game.
Well, yeah, you could just slowly... you just basically, slowly heal until
Heal by
he's all
poking.
healed.
It's like acupuncture, sort of.
Well, I mean, he could just
Pressure point.
lay his hand on the person and just slowly
And just
channel
probably-
healing energy.
Yeah, just yeah.
Oh, you want to make it all like dignified or something?
It'd be kind of weird if he just started poking him. I mean, I suppose he could heal in that way, but
I mean, he's just poking around the spots where it hurts. Like, does it hurt here? Okay, a little
Is
bit.
it here? Is
Here,
it
okay, a little
here?
bit more.
Oh, this
Like
looks
here.
wounded. Poke my finger into it.
all right. So yeah, what's the call? Do you want to take a rest or do you want to just move in?
I think we're good to march.
Yeah.
I am ready.
All right. So the group approaches. You said you were going to the north, right?
Yep.
Oh, whoops, did not mean to do that.
So the armies are moving in. They get to a position in the cave a bit north of the base. And you said 3 of you are heading into the actual camp?
I think.
Yeah. So Otto's gonna go into the ring using some cool magic things.
Yes, so I will
Lauren doesn't
expend.
understand.
I will expend my bottled respite for today to enter the vessel, and I can hear what's going on outside of it. So I am
Alright, but you can't see, right?
correct, I think. And so then, Onyx can tell me when he wants me to come out.
And which two of you are headed in?
Onyx and I are both gonna disguise ourselves as. I think I should do a. Why am I forgetting the name? The
Disguise self.
crazy ones.
Hunters?
The cultists.
No, not hunters. Yeah, I guess. Well, they're all technically cultists.
Well, yeah, what are they?
The
Like
Fang
shaman,
of
crazy.
Inago.
Yeah, the Fang. Yeah, the Fang.
Things.
I'm gonna disguise myself as a, like, not super wounded, but decently wounded Fang of Yinogu. And
Honorably wounded. Like, you can't look weak,
Yeah.
not with these people. Yeah.
yeah, basically,
Like, you fought hard.
Okay.
fought hard but won. I was thinking for Onyx, probably you could be like a berserker one, but with like throat damage.
Yeah.
So your vocal cords got cut. That's why you can't speak.
How tall are the gnolls typically?
7 foot? 8 foot?
Usually
Okay.
around 6 feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
6 to 7
Okay.
feet in there.
So like
Alright,
a little
I'll
taller than
probably-
humans on average.
yeah. I'll probably just go like half a foot taller than I am.
So are you using any particular knoll that you're trying to imitate, or are you just being a random knoll?
I think he's been on the
I'm
hunters, they said.
specifically doing like the Fang looking ones, like the white ones.
I mean, like, but are you doing a specific one you've met?
The ones we just killed!
Actually, yeah, the patrol, the one from the patrol.
Okay, so you choose the one from the patrol. Is this a spell or is this a disguise?
No, we're both using disguise.
Yeah, we're both using
We
disguise self.
You could do a
I'll link
mixture
it
of.
from me.
We should cover you with Knoll stuff so you smell like Knoll.
Disguise.
That's true. I
That-
mean,
Also, yes, that as well.
if using a disguise kit would help somehow, then yeah, I'll pull out my disguise kit.
Use both, yes.
Go at it.
Alright, so you're using the illusion. So one is using disguise self, the other one is using the kit.
No, I would
Both.
cast disguise self on
Using
myself,
both.
Gotcha.
but I would just I'll use the kit too if it provides any benefit.
Alright, so intelligence investigation to see through it. Gotcha. Alright, so you
I
two
can
cast your.
vegetation.
Like for
Hmm.
example, hey Lou. All right, here's what I'm thinking. Since it does say that touch would like give it away, I would use the disguise kit to kind of make my arms feel hairier. Like put things on there to make it seem like if someone touches me that I feel like an orc. I mean like a gnoll.
I could also use prestidigitation which use the option to clean or soil an object no bit larger than 1 cubic feet. Basically,
Yeah,
use
but I
that to
think
like
that-
add dirt and grime and stuff like that.
But I think
like
that only
actual
lasts
like.
like a minute, doesn't it?
So
Actually,
because
it lasts for an hour.
oh,
yeah,
nice,
it's an
nice.
hour.
That's a good idea
But
then.
because you're so tall, you don't know if the disguise kit would help as much since you're making yourself bigger. If someone touched you, it would be a little obvious that something's off.
Oh, yeah, that's
Just
fair.
because like your body is kind of stretched out a little bit higher, so it's not
Then I won't-
it's not guaranteed that they'll see through it, but something would seem off if they started really like investigating you closely. Like
Well,
a
then I will,
casual touch, you'd probably be okay. But like if someone tried to smack you in the back of the head or something, their fingers like might partially go through.
Yeah, I won't make myself seem taller then. I'll just
Okay.
go with 5'11" and hope that that's close enough.
All right. Fair enough. So you might be a little bit shorter as the barbarian.
He was the runt of his litter.
Yeah, the barbarian you encountered was about 6 feet tall, as well as the Fang was about 6'5". So you might
Okay.
look a little shorter.
I'm
if you go
6'5" actually.
normal
I
size.
believe so anyway.
Yeah, I don't think they can disguise self you though. It has to be self.
Yeah,
Ah.
it would have to be. Yeah.
That's not bad.
All right.
So we're doing that. Otto's in the ring. I believe Anvir had something to help me with lying. So
Yes.
I'm not good at that.
All right, what are you gonna do for that?
That was going to be my blade thing froze up, so all my stuff's gone.
All right, so let's see.
It was going to be enhanceability. I'm just trying to get it up.
Yeah, that's fine. So Knowles, one of you was a berserker, and one of you is a fang.
Hunter. Oh, fang.
Yeah.
Oh, and then while he's looking for that spell, we were also going to take like semi-noticeable pieces of like either clothing or like an extra weapon or something as like trophies from our group.
Okay.
You can also, if there was anything that you wanted to carry in that might be conspicuous on your person, while you're trying to be disguised, Otto could carry it into his vessel with him.
There we
Would
go.
would a 4-foot tall metal rabbit be considered?
Probably.
That's a really good question.
That would
Blue, I assume
probably
that
be conspicuous.
Counts as a creature, yeah. No. He was asking if I could
Inside the
take
ring.
Austin into my vessel with me.
Can
I'm
you
gonna
lift
say,
350 pounds?
I'm gonna say this. I later on get the ability to take other creatures in with me, so I assume that I cannot do that now. I assume Hassan would fall into the category of creatures that I'm taking in with me, right?
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, it has a stat block, so I would assume, yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, that
it's a
would be really
construct.
fun if I could
It's
take
also-
Hassan, but I assume that's no.
All right,
I mean, you
so
could probably argue like a tiny creature, like a cat or something, that you could like.
I can take Lion's familiar if he wants, but I'm probably not Hassan.
all right. So you guys see your tokens at the top of the map there.
Yes.
All right. So you're not necessarily there yet. I was just getting your tokens ready because you're in disguised form right now. So what else were you doing to try to help them, Anvir? Enhance ability?
Yeah, I was doing Eagle's Splendor, that the target has advantage on Christmas
And
checks.
who are you casting that on?
That would be Soren, because he's the only one who speaks the language.
All right. So the Fang of Yinogu is now much better at talking. So the berserker that was with them, the patrol, did not have a scar across his chest. Do you still want to give yourself one? Or across his voice box?
Yeah.
Well, I think the idea was that it's supposed to look like a recent wound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so like someone
So it
stabbed
looks
you in
like
the neck or
we
something?
want-
That's
yeah,
the reason
with
why
our
I can't
wound-
talk.
It
Gotcha.
wants to be like semi-recent as well, like semi-recent wounds, like we just met them
All
on
right, so
patrol.
maybe like there's a bandage around your neck or something.
If Knowles would bandage themselves, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you can't, I guess you could come into camp with a gaping neck wound, but.
Oh yeah, the Knowles understand basic stuff like
Yeah, I
basic
mean,
stuff
Knowles
like that.
Knowles
Okay,
would
good.
still
Well-
try to bandage themselves. They would
Like
just
a-
bleed out.
Kind of like a bloody like a bloody bandage around.
I'm
his
so
neck,
tough. I'll just bleed out. That's how I roll.
Never know. So yeah, like a bloody bandage around his neck,
Yeah.
and then like I'll have just like some scars on my chest and whatnot, but nothing too crazy. Just some recent wounds and whatnot.
All right. So he puts the enhanced ability on, and the two of you are approaching the gate while the group is waiting for the signal. And Dosha says he is going to go start the distraction. He says, "Remember, once they start moving their forces, what was the signal again? You were going to do like a light spell."
Drop like
they
a
have-
light or something outside the door,
Drop
like through the arrow
They have-
slit, like drop something of
Light
light or
stones.
something.
I
So-
have my light rock in my pocket, so I can.
All right. So he says, yes, when you see their forces far enough away from the gate, give the signal. And Yuri nods, and she says, is there anything else you need before you go?
I think we're good.
All right. So
Chillin'. He's relaxing in some pillows.
I might give everyone view on this, so you're not just sitting here in the darkness. Though your characters don't actually see all this. Can you all see right now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you
Yeah.
you are approaching from the north. As you're getting closer, a voice yells out in Knoll, "Who's there?" from the gate here. And you see several people training arrows on you through the arrow slits.
I'll say, in Noel, kind of like the, gruffy Noel voice, be like, we're back from patrol. We found the group that has the archer.
The archer? What do you mean?
The
Ghost of the Shadow.
yeah, the shadow archer that we've been spin around these parts. We met their group.
Where are the rest of you?
They were unfortunately taken down in the battle, but we were victorious. I have his bow and these other pieces.
So he opens
We
the
were
gate
the
at
only
this point.
survivors.
He says, "Inside, quickly."
Why can't I move? Okay.
Can you not move? Oh, there you go.
No, I got it. Roll 20 was ping.
Quickly. Oh no, too late.
Locks you out. Alright, so you enter the gate as he closes it. Looking around this area, you see several tents and several bonfires burning. There are groups of gnolls in cages, and a ways to the west, you see a bunch of humans in cages as well. I didn't mark all the gnolls on the map, but you would see about 90 or so gnolls moving around this camp. There's quite a few.
Is that a mix of like regular gnolls, hunters?
Yeah,
blah,
so
blah, blah,
it's kind of a mix. It's hard to say how many of them are actual warriors, but you would guess.
Okay, so a 90 mix of like civilian and militaristic.
Yeah, it
gnolls.
looks like some slaves as well.
Okay.
Looks like they mostly have slaves here, servants, and warriors.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll show you some of them. The guy at the gate looks like it's one of those flesh gnawer ones, as he has his 2 daggers. You would see, let's see, points of interest around the camp. To the south, you would notice there is a shaman with some of the witherlings that you know and love. A couple of cultist Fang of Inogu. Let's see, one here, one here, and a couple of hunters over here. There's a bunch of bonfires burning as well, keeping the darkness at bay. To the south, looks like one of those, where is it, the Pack Lords by this tent, speaking with a couple of warriors.
Is this a cage or a tower?
Sorry, where?
Right here.
That's
right
a
in front
cage.
near it. Okay, just making sure.
So, as you come in, this one's sort of... Oh, and there's a couple of gnolls here, looking out with their arrows through the slits, who are aiming at you. And
Got
you
it,
did see a
I would say.
couple over here as well, which I don't know if you could see from here, but yeah.
Got it. Okay, yeah, one's coming in. I would kind of step back
So,
a few feet from him.
He looks over at the 2 of you. He looks at the berserker, and he says, "Are you all right? You look like you suffered quite a wound there."
Let's say he is. He will. After he like grumbles, I was like, he will survive, but I believe he lost the ability to speak. At least right now. It may heal, but
All right, he looks kind of.
He's still-
or go
he
ahead.
still can fight.
He looks over at you, looks at him. Give me a deception check.
Both of us.
Well, I'll take one from Soren, because he's kind of speaking for you.
Well, I'm acting.
Yeah, I guess you're acting, so I guess, I mean, you're just kind of standing
It should
there
probably
quietly,
be a
I'm not
lower
sure.
DC for you, I imagine.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't ask for a roll from you. You're just standing there quietly. There's not, unless you're going like, "Arr," like trying to grunt like you're trying to speak or something.
Yeah, I'm like holding my throat.
Pantomiming.
Sure, give me
So
a
that is-
performance or deception.
This is mine is at advantage from the enhanced ability,
Yep.
Okay.
which is important. Okay,
Got a good
close
roll.
character sheet.
He-
I don't have that.
It's the role I was born to play.
Nat 20.
All right.
20 or 19.
19.
You know, it's great.
He would nod and say, perhaps the healer can help you. Maybe you should go speak with the shaman. And he kind of points down.
Is that a
at this
joke?
guy.
Are you making fun of me? I should go speak with him. I'll kill you right now.
Are you actually saying that?
He can't.
No.
Swear to God.
I was very confused.
I was hit on the head. Now I can only speak common.
Yeah. Wait, why are you speaking common? Oh, it's become an improv show. So he kind of regards you two, and he says, "So we lost the others in the patrol, but you say you killed the forces of this ranger."
Yes, it's like we'll throw out, just kind of throw out the random like pieces of clothing from them and whatnot that I've gathered, and I'll hold his bow.
All right, give me another deception check. As he's looking at all this, kind of nodding.
At least it's not disadvantage.
He says, "I should probably inform our leaders of what has happened." He says, "I shall return." And he sort of starts coming over this way, down towards the cultist White Fangs down there. Do you want to do anything while he's gone? These guys are just kind of standing here, speaking in Knowlish, as they keep an eye out.
Are they just like stationed at the gate? They didn't come
Yeah.
over because of their arrivals.
Yeah, it looks like these guys are just watching. You would see similar guard. I can show you at the other gates. You see a couple others. I just didn't
Are
want to
they
put too many on the map because then it'll be a pain to
Yeah.
move them all later.
No, you're
Yeah.
good. Are their speak? Are they basically just like shooting the null shit, or is it relevant information?
Sort of. No, it's not really too relevant.
Shooting
Maybe
the
just
null shit.
keeping like maybe yeah, just kind of talking a bit about things that may have been going on in camp, but nothing really relevant to you all.
Got it. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I guess yeah. Well, when he walks off, I'll just kind of hang out right here for a moment. I'll just kind of act like I'm like just kind of double checking his wounds and whatnot, and then slowly but kind of
quietly-
not really move towards the shaman. Like maybe 5 feet, like every minute or so, if anything. Not moving fast at all. Just taking
Just
our
I'm
stretching your muscles from your patrol. Just kind of glad to be back.
So this one would turn towards you as you're kind of looking at the berserker's wounds and say, in Knowlish, "Did you see anything else out there? There are still the sightings of the large turtle creature that we have been unable to find."
Ooh.
It's me.
We didn't interact with him in that group, but they did make motions to like south of here.
He nods. He says, well, if there were some humans in the area, there may be others. We should keep on guard." He says, "Do you think you'll be well enough to go out on patrol again tonight, or do you need time to rest?"
No, I think we'll be okay. Thankfully, we were relatively unscathed besides his throat and these slight injuries.
And he nods. He says, "That is good. This will be harder if we don't have your help, of course. With the fall of our forces at the mines, we're taxed until the reinforcements arrive from the large base."
Ooh.
It's like, has there been an update onto how far away they are?
He says, "Word was sent with the runners, but they have not responded yet." He looks at you curiously, and he says, "We told you that yesterday."
Oh.
And say, been out of control a little while now. I didn't know if they've returned yet.
Give me a deception check.
Nice.
He just nods. Alright, so a little while later, this one comes back with one of the cultist leaders. He walks up and he says, "The whole group was lost. How is this possible?" And he looks kind of angrily towards Soren. "What do you have to say for yourself?"
I'm saying it's the large group that's, I believe it was the ones that were took out the mining forces. The ones that have been causing us issues for a bit now.
And their fancy shadow man.
He
And I
growls.
believe we took out the. I'm sure you've heard the rumor.
No? What rumor?
The rumor of the Ghost Archer.
No. What do you mean, Ghost Archer?
I've heard from some of the men. There was a rumor of someone, an archer, and they very hard to see. They were never able to spot it. Just arrows from the darkness. Anytime they would fight these humans.
And you say you killed him?
Well, we have the bow here of a archer who was. Anytime there was no torchlight, you just couldn't pinpoint him down. We had to take out the others and surround him.
But he is dead as well.
Yes.
I don't suppose you brought the meat back. He says, "The hunters have been having scarce food in the area. We could have used the meat of the ones you slew."
Ew.
Well, we unfortunately did not get the meat back. We didn't know what was beyond there. We wanted to make sure we got back. At the time we were damaged.
Give me a persuasion check.
Not great.
No.
Says,
No.
he says, you may have slain them, but you lost a whole contingent of our forces. Inagu does not look fondly on failure, and he growls.
I would argue that taking out those humans will benefit us. It'll make it to be able to move back into the mines and reclaim them.
Or there's signs of other humans in the area. What else did you see on your patrols?
Everything was clear from what we saw. We just were ambushed by that group, but thankfully we were able to beat them. If they set up an ambush on us, so they might be planning something, but there was nothing told us what they were planning, if anything. But ambush tactics usually means something to follow.
He looks at you, he looks at the berserker. He says, "I don't appreciate that you got so many of our people killed, but I suppose you did kill those humans." He says, "Humans are supposed to be weak, easy to kill. I don't... There's no excuse for this." He says, "And tell me why I shouldn't just rip you apart for this failure and use your meats to feed our warriors." And all of them sort of growl a bit now, looking at you.
I would say, well, I mean, we survived. I mean, thankfully we were able to beat them down. That means we were much stronger than them. And if reclaiming the mines is, I think, a very, very important to us. Now that we've beaten their barred force, we can definitely move back in there.
Give me another persuasion check.
Ooh.
You used up all the
No.
20s, man.
I mean, it's not a fail, but it's, not very persuasive.
Oh, there's no necessary. There's not necessarily a fail, but he.
I just meant it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible. So he kind of looks at you, still growling a bit. He says, "Well, you're a lucky."
And if you are worried, if you are worried about the meat, could go back out and get it at a later point. I would say unless the cave creatures get to it, should still be there.
He says, "You know they will if you wait too long." Where did you find it? Maybe we can send some of our scouts to retrieve it. Or no, how about once you get a new patrol together, we shall retrieve it then. Because there may be other humans in the area, so I don't think I'm going to send more forces out just yet.
That may be wise. We could use a short rest and then gather a patrol, and we should be ready.
He says, very well. And he is going to just kind of go back to what he was doing. This guy says, well, I'm glad he didn't decide to eat you. I thought he was a bit harsh.
I'd say somewhat, but I'm very disappointed in myself for losing the patrol as well, but at least we were victorious.
Says that you were, and Yunagu smiles upon victories like that. He kind of goes back over here. So what do you want to do as you're waiting for the distraction? Anything, or are you just going to kind of sit here?
We'll just kind of hang out, maybe kind of hang out. Is this just like a tent? Maybe just kind of hang out by this tent. We're gonna kind of just brush over the going to the shaman thing. Just kind of pretend like we don't need it.
Okay. So some time is passing. Anyone doing anything back at the camp? Alright.
Waiting.
Ryan is brewing some food.
You'd be like, no fires. They might smell something as you start to cook something.
Oh, I see. How careless of me.
So about 15 minutes pass as you wait for the distraction. When suddenly, hang on a sec here, what time is it? It is about, okay. So yeah, I'll say about 20 minutes pass. And there are suddenly yells from the southern part of the camp. You hear one of the guards yell in Knoll, we're under attack! The humans are attacking from the south! And you would hear, I don't know if you'd hear it. Yeah, you might hear the sounds of what sounds like arrows hitting the wooden barrier. The Knolls are backing up, and a bunch of the Knolls in the camp are now rushing south. Though these guards are remaining here. What do you want to
say? As the alarms are basically shouted and whatnot, and I will kind of growl and shout along with them, and I'll say, and I was just gonna say, and then I knew there had to be some more, and I'll kind of point to these guards, and I'll say, you go assist. We can watch this gate for now. We still need to recover some.
Who are you saying that to? The flesh gnawer, or just all?
Yeah, kind of just all of them, but mainly to him. Is like, you and your men, go help. We can watch this gate.
So he sort of looks at you, looks at the gate, and he says, "But we're told to keep watch here, even in the event of an alarm."
Yes, but we can. I will take your post. We need to recover, and we can watch this gate while recovering.
Give me
your post is not lost.
Persuasion check.
Oh god. Yay!
He seems like he's about to protest a little, but well, he says, I don't know. I think we should stay here. And these guys are kind of nodding as they're kind of keeping watch out of the north.
I'm gonna say, we need. is like, if they're attacking from the south, I don't think they. Since we already came from the north, I believe the group that we took down was the ones attacking from the north. I'm sure they don't know that they've been killed yet. The north should be safe. There should only be the southern forces left.
Give me another persuasion check.
Open up.
Oh,
So, this one sort of snarls and says, "We don't take orders from those who lose our allies in battle." And he growls at you.
I would
This
say
one-
yes.
This
but I
one
took
looks a
out-
little bit worried, and he's looking around, not sure what he should do. Go ahead, what were you saying?
ones seem in charge here. Like none of them seem to be taking orders from each other. They're just making their own decisions based on the orders they've already received.
Well, most of the gnolls are now down south. The soldiers are all rushing down there.
I meant these four.
These guys, well, I mean, you're not there, but these guys seem
know.
like they've been given orders by someone to stay and
Gotcha.
watch this area.
So this guy's not in charge of these.
Oh,
three guys, is
no,
what we're
it doesn't
gathering,
seem
yeah.
like he's a captain or
Yeah.
anything. He might just be like the door guy, someone who like greets people. The gnoll greeter at the door. Who knows?
Hi, welcome to Walmart.
Hi,
Now
welcome
die.
to the gnoll fort. We're gonna stab you
and eat you apparently.
and eat you, apparently. So yeah, they this guy snarls and kind of insults you. What do you want to do?
I was saying, yes. Letting the humans attack is disgraceful, and we were victorious. And I'll kind of like growl back at him. As like, you may not have heard the rumor, but I'm sure these were the ones that took out the mines. So I don't think you want to challenge me. Just go to the south and help with your archers. We can watch this gate.
He growls and says, "Don't think just because you know who favors you that I fear you. I will rip you apart." Grr. The others kind of look like, "Oh."
I was saying,
The other two.
give the humans an advantage. We need to be fighting the humans.
So what's your insight?
Passive 13.
You get the feeling, as you're talking persuasively, that the other gnolls are almost kind of looking down on you a little bit for kind of not being more aggressive. You don't know if persuasion is the best approach for these type of guys.
Yeah.
Like, they're just kind of looking surprised that this guy is talking up to you, and like they're looking at you and they're kind of almost like maybe surprised that you haven't like just tried to beat the crap out of him for talking to you like that. And this
Fair.
guy is also like kind of like cringe as he's watching back and forth like, "Ooh, this is awkward." Like he's expecting you to just like beat the crap out of this guy or something.
It's reality TV at its best.
It's like when you hear a coworker just like tell the boss to just go screw themselves or something.
Yeah, similar to that maybe.
Just that
The
guy's
null
getting
version.
fired.
Yeah, like, ooh, what's gonna happen? What are you gonna do?
I'll say, in this span of talking, has like the south kind of been the same? Does it sound like it's getting any worse?
So there are more guards arriving down there, and there's some yells. It's not getting worse, but it does seem like they might be dealing with some fires. So maybe some fires were set. But most of the enemies are to the south now. So the window is closing when they might just say like, "Oh, they left," and start getting back into position.
Yeah, I'll say I'll kind of try to use like intimidate as opposed to persuasion this time. I'll say there's fires as well. It takes away some forces. They definitely need the archery back up.
So you said you're gonna try to be intimidating.
Yeah, I mean it's the same role for me. I've been taking one of those, but
I'll look around and see if there's a weapon I can grab and like pick it up.
Yeah, I mean there's spears around.
Are there
Yeah.
ramparts or watchtowers?
No, there's just arrow slits through the walls.
Okay.
But yeah, no, there are spears around. You could probably grab one.
All right, I'll grab one and then start waving the spear like, go, go.
Just like screaming at him. Or I guess you
I
can't
can't
scream
scream.
like.
Growling,
But I'm
grunting,
just waving.
growling angrily.
Pantomiming loudly.
All right.
Right.
So you told them that the fires would need archers. That sounds more persuasive
Though-
than threatening.
Uh,
Is there something more like threatening you would say to them, or to that one in particular? If you're gonna do intimidate, I mean.
Yeah, I guess I would say it's like. Sorry, I had it in my head and I lost it. I would say it's like we need to. It's like go now before you don't want to mess with either of us. This berserker here will definitely take you out. I would do it to myself, but I don't think I am. You're beneath me. It's not worth my time. You need to go assist.
Sure. Give me a give me an intimidate.
I'd like to throw the spear at the gate
Oh, like to try to.
by one of their heads.
Threaten
I don't
them?
want to actually hit one. I don't want to hit one. I just want to throw it.
All right,
like,
give me
near
an
them.
attack roll.
And a spear is not a versatile weapon, right? So I got to use strength.
Yeah, you would use strength for this.
Yeah.
So you're aiming at the wall next to him. How close are you aiming it to him?
Or
are you just
I
gonna
mean,
like
close
totally
enough
miss?
to get his attention.
So
I'm
is that-
trying to miss. I'm trying to miss. But...
Yeah, so you're gonna take like a oh. All right. So
I mean, if you accidentally hit
Oh
him,
my
that could arguably-
goodness.
give me,
Honestly, hitting might help.
give me a damage roll.
Oh, nice. Spear is a D6.
D6.
And well, I am proficient, so I should have gotten a +2 on that attack
So
roll.
6.
Yeah, that would still. All right, so you throw the spear, trying to hit right next to him, and instead get him right in the shoulder. He's like, ah, doing 4 points of damage, and the other gnolls are like, oh shit. They like are starting to like back away, like yeah, we'll go, and they're just rushing.
Nice.
This guy, give me
All
me an-
according to plan.
give me an intimidate check for that.
I love it.
I'm going to use an inspiration point.
Sure.
Do,
He is.
do I
Not
also
bad.
Great
roll
effect.
for
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
you
was
can-
saying to him?
Yeah. That's actually what I meant. Is you roll intimidation. But,
Oh, okay.
Oh. Can I have
Thank
my
God!
inspiration point back then?
Still charisma, so still an advantage.
all right. So he grips at his shoulder and like as he's bleeding, and he's like and fine, and he just rushes south as well. And this guy, it's like all right, and he just goes. So those guys rush south.
Nice.
And yeah, that gate is now open. Or well, not open, but
Alright.
there's no guards.
Not open, but yeah, there's no one here.
So I'll I will go over
these
to an arrow
guys,
slit.
these guys are still here though.
yeah.
Can they
How far do
see? Can they?
These probably can
can
see you better than the others.
Okay.
I mean, they
I
would see
will-
your
I will-
forces approach for sure, because they're still
Yeah,
keeping
yeah.
an eye out.
Not much is.
I'll go over to the gate, act like I'm going to help stand guard, but I'm going to try to pull out the light rock behind my back and push it through an arrow slit
Okay.
if it fits.
So you do a quick flash of light. Give me a
I'm trying to
give me a stealth.
I'm trying to like
check.
turn. All right. Maybe this is where I use the inspiration point.
'Cause you're trying to hide it from those other three guards, right?
Well, it's a tiny
Oh.
rock, right? So he can clasp it in his fist.
Well, it's not about hiding the rock. It's about making it so
It's
the
the
light
light.
isn't noticeable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
light,
there is,
light and darkness is very noticeable usually.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Even
there is
small
a small
sources.
quick flash.
Yeah, which would
Good roll, though.
maybe. Well, luckily there is some light coming naturally from the bonfires.
I have this long duster. I keep it wrapped in the duster as I hold it back, so it's not
Just
not
see a
actually
duck
exposed
walking
until I
up
push
with
it
the
through.
side of nobody.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a small flash of light, and a moment later you would hear lots of movement outside. These guys over here freak out, like they're approaching
say-
from the north, and
As
they
soon
just
as we start hearing it, we're gonna start opening this gate, and then
all right.
yeah.
Well, so they are gonna start firing arrows. This one comes down here towards you guys, and he says, "They're coming! They're coming!" And he's gonna rush over and say, "What should we do?"
I would say keep firing arrows from that side. We're gonna get ready to meet them out over here. Once the south is taken care of, they should return.
All right, so he's gonna rush back this way.
Ways of meeting.
As your soldiers are taking fire as they rush up, and you said you're gonna open the gate as they get there.
Yeah.
All right, so
I mean, it is only 3 archers, though, right?
yeah. So they are extremely surprised as suddenly the gate is open for the main bulk of your forces. Soldiers start rushing up this way, but it's too late. The gate is open, and your forces are pouring through, meeting the Knoll forces one-on-one. Well, not one-on-one, but huge armies are clashing with each other. So go ahead and pull yourselves onto the board at this point.
Let's say Onyx and I guess
I
are still
think you're
technically
still-
gnolls
yeah,
until
you're-
we do.
You're still technically in Knoll form.
Until
I don't
we
think
drop
it doesn't-
concentration.
It's not even concentration.
just an
the
hour.
sky itself is just.
So you don't actually have to pull your.
Oh no,
fingers
you
on.
can use an action to dismiss it.
Yeah, so you can stop it if you want, but you would technically still be Knolls if you want to try to keep the disguise.
I mean, it
I
doesn't.
think
Well-
Onvir might be stuck on the light barrier. Oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
just delete my token and put it on the other
might-
side of the wall.
If anything, if we're doing ranged, it might make them not think to target us immediately. Make them think twice. Secondly,
All right, so do you want to
Hiding.
keep your forms, or are you going to drop them?
I would keep the form. I was just pulling the token on because, well, I guess it doesn't matter. But the hit points and the AC aren't right. But
Well, I can change those. So let me.
I would say you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I can just
What's
manually
yours? Yeah, you should be able to change it. So go ahead, Soren, if you want.
yeah,
Yeah.
The two
let's
you can
change
adjust those. And at this point, I'm gonna take the control from everyone off of you since they can all see anyway.
Because being in the form is there's no mechanical disadvantage. So
Yeah. Go ahead and give me initiative.
well, except for right here where we've got to roll initiative.
Can I come
So-
in riding on one of my pack spiders?
Yeah. Is it big enough for you to ride on it? I thought it was like a. I mean, I guess you can ride a mule, right? So it'd be comparable to riding.
Yeah,
a mule.
because while I am big, I'm not like a large creature. I am medium, and the thing about the mule is it has beast of burden. It's considered a large animal for the
So
purpose of determining its carrying capacity.
it
so-
is not trained for
I
war.
guess that-
You don't have
Oh,
to.
no.
You can just use your. I mean, you could use the null figures for initiative. You don't have to
Oh, you
finagle
could.
that.
Oh,
Just highlight those
I didn't know that.
tokens.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess I could also change my name.
So the
now.
one thing you can bring your spiders in, but being mules and not trained for war, they might freak out without animal handling checks because they're not
I see.
trained for.
Well, I'm
this
not
sort of
gonna be
thing.
like, I'm not gonna like fighting on them. I'm just gonna be using them for the extra speed.
Yeah, but I mean, like any type of animal in a war situation where, like, there's screaming and weaponry being thrown around, like they could freak out.
Yeah.
Maybe you could
Oh, yeah,
ride them towards the gate and then just kind of hop off, like just
Sure, yeah.
before
If-
you get into the fray.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll just do that, and then have my retainers just look after them for a bit,
Keep them
while
out
I'm
of
doing
danger.
stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
So in the next phase of this, as you all come rushing in, a huge battle is ensuing. Which I'm not going to put all the figures out because that would be a pain to keep track of. So I'm just going to kind of mark.
So
the
I'm assuming that
battlefield.
Yuri's troops and the Blood Cloak troops are kind of pouring through the gate as well.
Yeah, which
okay.
I can represent here. Sorry, give me a sec. So immediately they start taking this area as the soldiers come to engage them. And the red line kind of is going to indicate like where your soldiers are clashing with the enemy soldiers, like at this edge here. This is kind of like the front of the battle. As human and Gnoll soldiers clash with the cultists, you would see the hunters moving in to start taking shots at your soldiers. So hang on. They also have some other forces with them. They have a pack lord over here, as well as a couple of berserkers. From the south, where that Gnoll was who you were talking to, he's approaching. This pack lord actually was over by the archers. He has a bunch of soldiers with him, and he is also coming up to engage your troops. And over to the southeast here, the shaman is moving in with a bunch of the witherlings. Actually, there was more than he thought there were. He had more over here. So Yuri says, see if you can get over there to engage those groups. Just whoever you can stop to lessen the load on us. So which direction are you going to go?
I mean, the shaman seems like the most immediate threat, right?
Well, any one of those
Just
who
one
reach...
for me.
So any one of those who reach your lines, the melee ones are going to start hurting your army. The arrow guys here are going to start hurting them immediately because they're just starting to shoot.
I would say, I mean,
Shaman presumably might have spells.
I would say whatever one we decide to kind of go towards, Soren is gonna focus on the archers, because I mean I can, if it's lit up in here, I can technically shoot.
Yeah,
600 feet. So
you can stay behind the your front here. Then they would have to get through it to get to you.
yeah, I'm gonna kind of stay behind the main duel. Sorry, not to interrupt. I'm gonna kind of stay behind, but I'm gonna move with the main group if they start moving towards a specific area as well.
Yeah.
All right.
May I ask very quickly, kind of like just as the troops are rushing in and kind of forming their line, like, and Otto pops out of the ring, Otto would kind of take a look at Lion and be like, "Do you like to be up front in the middle of things, or will you be in the back?"
Oh, believe me, I enjoy the thrill of battle. I will be in the front,
Very
hitting
good,
where
very
I
good.
can.
Right up there with Alduin, I assume?
More than likely, yes.
Oh, very good, very good. All right, thank you. Sorry, I just needed to know.
All right. So
It is no problem.
So yeah, which group do you think you're going to engage? Because I'm going to roll initiative for the group you want to go engage with.
By the shaman.
Yeah.
The shaman's the
Yeah, I
unknown
thought shaman
threat.
too.
All right, so you're going to
Yeah.
head south and give the front line a few rounds of taking hits from the archers here.
I
think
would like
Soren said
to
he
use
wants
my
to
turn to
them.
shoot at the archers if that's fine.
Would I have a chance to put my emboldening
Uh,
bond on us before our group
All
scatters?
right, I'm gonna give.
Or
If
no?
you guys are gonna split up, I'm gonna just roll initiative for everything then.
I would
It's
say
gonna
I don't.
slow things down, but if that's
I don't mean to make it complicated, but I can my range is technically 600 feet if I can see the 600 feet.
So just to warn you, your whole group is visible because there's light throughout the whole camp.
Yeah,
So-
no, that I know.
Okay.
Would I have the ability to put my emboldening bond on members of our group before we run off here? Because I'm kind of worried they're going to get away from Otto because he's not very fast.
Well,
Or do I have to wait for my turn?
We're gonna do initiative, so
Okay,
we'll
alright.
we'll see when it comes up in initiative. Yeah, I'll just roll for everyone. That's fine. It'll probably not
I would
slow
say
us
you-
down too much.
You could probably just roll for the shaman and specifically the archers, because once the archers are dead, I'm not going to target anyone else in that group. Depends on
Well,
how
and
where you
maybe
wanna
the Witherlings, since they're with the archers, they might advance on us or something. And these guys are close. I don't know. It's hard to say. This is fun. This is complex.
Who else do we need? Oh yeah, we need the cultist here, the White Fang. And the shaman. And the Witherlings. We have quite the large list of things going on here. Alright, so the battle is raging. The first act in all this chaos is gonna be... Oh, and remember, if you have exhaustion, you do have disadvantage to initiative.
Eldwin.
All right.
Yeah, so you might have to roll a second time.
Oh!
Oof,
It's
alright.
worse.
So you can go down to 5.
Ooh.
5
It actually just puts you under Onmir. Doesn't actually make that much of a difference.
The Knoll, totally. I love
Alright,
it.
so the Gnolls go first. These guys are advancing as the front line of warriors is fighting your people. They're kind of going to move up just one move and actually take the... Well, no, they're going to rush. Let's say they're rushing. So this group is rushing up, double moving towards the front line. And the hunters go next. So they're going to fire some shots into the crowd of your soldiers. And I'm going to actually use a token to see how much damage your troops take during this fight.
Oh my gosh, all the Knolls go before us.
Pretty much, except for the
Except for
shaman.
the Witherlings. Oh, and the Shaman. Well, the Shaman's the most dangerous, so I don't know.
Arguably. I don't know. I
To
think
be
Possibly.
Not sure.
Potentially.
He's the
actually
unknown,
just
and that's
seems
the
kinda
problem.
spooky.
He is spooky.
Spooky.
I don't think I fought a pack leader. That seems spooky.
I think we fought one, but then we surrendered.
His
No,
entourage
we
seems
fought
spooky.
one in the mines. Oh, Yuri's token is going to take all the damage.
Yep. Yuri is going to represent the army. So they open fire on your forces as they're fighting. Pew, 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 pew. So that's 4 shots. Oh, not very good rolls. Well, the first guy gets 2 hits. So the army has taken 11 points of damage from that attack. As several soldiers are wounded by the arrows. That's it for the hunters. Onyx. Totally the Gnoll. It would look a little bit odd at this point that you're all right in like the deep in the enemy lines and not being slaughtered. But what do you want to do?
Is it difficult terrain for me to move up since the army is now in here?
So not all these squares are filled, but moving past the red line is difficult terrain because that's sort of the front of your army.
All right,
And also,
so
you might take some damage going through there because of the fighting.
So how far can I get with normal movement? This
we'll
would be 30 feet.
We'll say like these 10 feet here are difficult terrain.
All right, so I can get to this point then with normal movement,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that puts me 60 feet away from the shaman.
Mm-hmm. Who is approaching
So
with his skeletons.
Yep. I see that. So I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Nice.
All right, go ahead and position it.
All right, so for the cube to be within range of 60 feet, can the edge of the cube be at 60 feet? Or
Yeah, I
does
think
center
the
of
center has to be at 60 feet.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Alright, so we'll say, yeah, about here. Where's the
Okay.
center? About there. Yeah. Because,
Aw.
yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
Well, alright, so if this
Any
is
of those
60
four
feet,
squares
sure.
could be the
Nice.
center.
Sure. So you walk up a bit suspiciously, casting as a barbarian, and suddenly there is a
Suddenly talking.
burst of colors. Yeah.
Gashed throat.
So the shaman will attempt to dodge, surprised by the sudden explosion of colors. Dex save. No, natural 1. He is definitely affected.
The DC is 14, by the way, not 0.
Yeah, I assume.
I
think
that
it-
is
I think it
probably
used-
wrong.
I think it used the nulls.
No, I think it should
No, that
use
might
your
just be
sheet.
your-
It might just be set wrong.
Yeah,
Like
sometimes
the
spells
the
save DC is a
token,
little
this
wonky.
token isn't linked to your sheet at all, so like
Huh,
it shouldn't do
okay.
anything.
Yeah, sometimes the spell save DC is a little wonky.
All right, so let me roll for the Witherlings because they will try to dodge as well. There's 8 of them. And what did you say the DC was?
14.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 8 made it, which is good rolling for them. But the other 4 are fairy fired. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So yeah, there is an explosion of colors as the fairy fire affects them. Go ahead and mark yourself as concentrating.
Right?
And now the other berserkers go. So they are rushing towards the front line with fervor, moving 80 feet and raging. But they cannot attack yet, so they would just get up there as they start helping their forces go at your army. That's it for them. The Fang goes. He would yell, "Continue, fight them back. We'll have plenty of meat tonight."
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I would have told Hassan to protect the frontliners.
Oh, all right. So
My
he is
bonus
gonna dash up there, I guess, right?
Hop, 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 hop.
Yeah.
So like up to where these guys are, like there.
Sure.
All right.
Does
so
he
you-
hop? Like, is there a clanging
Probably.
metal
It's
sound
probably
each time?
clanging as he hops. Yeah.
That he has. I always love
On all
the
fours,
idea
though.
that every time he like hops everywhere, you just literally hear just like
I'll say he's moving. with his troops.
Don't.
All right.
Starting
Soren.
at ba-boing, ba-boing, ba-boing.
3, 6,
Oh, this is foreign. Okay, see, I didn't even realize that these were our people in the initiative. I thought they were all Knolls.
Espionage.
Our Knolls.
Espionage. Yeah. This is how
I've been-
you unlock the Knoll skin for your character.
I've been rolling my initiative wrong. I've been actually forgetting some modifier, but that's fine.
So I think your bow was laying on the ground. I could say you picked it up when this all started.
No, Okay, fair. I was saying I never actually dropped the bow. I held that. It was I showed that to
I
them.
think
But I
he
mean, I
was
can take
like,
that. So that's fine.
demonstrating it as if he
I
kept
was
it
a
as a
little
trophy.
worried that they might
Oh,
take
alright.
it from you or like ask you for it. So I'm
No,
glad.
they didn't. They didn't
didn't.
seem too interested. So yeah, you have your bow out and your arrows. What do you want to do?
Oh, is it working now? I don't know. My headset was being weird for a second there.
Yeah, we heard you fine.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to. Berserker's moved up. Using the Dread Ambusher, I'm just gonna fire at this one. We're gonna take the 2 attacks on him.
Which one?
The bottom archer hunter.
All right. So he is
The
at
lower
long
one.
range for you.
Yeah, I have sharpshooter. That doesn't affect
Oh
me.
right. Okay.
And I will try to sharpshooter, and we're gonna take 2 shots at him for both. For the Dread Ambusher.
All right.
So the first one, 15.
15 would be enough because he doesn't have any armor on.
So 19 from that attack.
Struck by an arrow.
And then I'm assuming that doesn't take him down, right?
No.
Okay, so the second attack, which doesn't hit. So that was fine.
All right. So that flies past him. He would yell, pointing at you in the back, and looks like they're aiming at you now. Anything else?
I'm just gonna kind of move over this way, kind of, stay kind of behind the troops some more.
Okay.
Into the rocks a little bit.
The Pack Lord goes.
I have an extra.
He is going to move forward 30 feet, and he's going to yell at this guy, who is going to take some more shots at the army. So he fires 2 more shots, and the army suffers 10 more points of damage as the arrows strike more of your troops.
It's gonna be fun when it gets to my turn.
That's it for the Pack Lord. Otto.
Is the army just going at the end of the turn, or did they get initiative?
The army isn't actually fighting in the battle. They're just considered fighting soldier to soldier, because I'm not going to do like 50 rolls. So they're just
Fair.
they're happening
There's
in the
more people
background.
on the map than
It's
That's
more
fair.
it's
I was-
damage happening.
yeah, the army is like environmental. Like there's basically soldiers fighting all around you. Well, if you're up front, like most of the soldiers are in this red line here, fighting with the Knoll soldiers.
Yeah, I was thinking in kind of a sense of if the red line pushes forward, kind of like who's like necessarily like which side's kind of winning. Do we make any progress? Kind of.
So I'm not going to worry about that just yet. That's going to more
Okay.
depend on how well you do against the special forces.
Okay, fair.
So
I'm
go ahead.
gonna put emboldening bond on Lion and Eldwin,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout at them, "Stay together, you two! Don't get too far away." And then I'm gonna put. Oh wait, hang on. What's the range on this one? Oh, 90.
Give
Let's
us
see.
Psycho grandmother vibes.
I will
Okay, I
say
actually-
you do have the option if you want to help the frontline soldiers. You can help fight the frontline enemy soldiers instead of attacking the specialists. But yeah, the specialists seem like they're the biggest danger right now.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hex on the shaman.
Okay. So he is affected by your hex ability.
And Otto kind of hops back and forth from foot to foot, kind of excitedly hoo-hoo-hooing, and that's his turn.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately there aren't really good rules for heavy combat engagements like army fighting. So the undead are going to double move up to the front line, though they can't start attacking yet. They're basically just rushing up there. And Yeah, so they are there. Here, I'll spread them out a bit. Because they would have to spread out to all fight.
These rocks, like, is there some place you can get like higher ground or cover? I mean, I guess if they were using this as the walls of their fort, they wouldn't have made it like easily climbable, right?
Yeah, you can't really go through those rocks. Those are solid. So that was the Witherlings. Eldwin. Are you guys okay with if we go a little bit over? Because we are past 8:30.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, so we probably at least
a little
finish
bit
this
longer.
round out.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yes,
thinking.
please.
Yeah, finish
Finish
this
the
round.
Alright, so Eldwin, what are you going to do?
First, I will activate my Blade Song.
Okay.
First. On. So I gotta change numbers here. Alright. And then I will. With the Witherlings rushing up, that kind of changes what I was gonna do. So. How far can I get with 40 feet? Could I make it up to the line?
So here, you know what I can do? I'll give you another line, a blue line for the knoll, or the enemy forces, so you can kind of see where they are. The red line was your troops, but basically right next to them there is the enemy troops. And that line is basically difficult terrain. And actually, these soldiers kind of, or these undead kind of ran in over there to replace some of the blue line. So, yeah, the lines are difficult terrain because that's where the troops are. But the
Alright,
blue
so
line doesn't exactly block movement.
Okay. Then, can I stay from 30? No. I can. I just have to do a range for one. So I will run up here,
Yeah.
which will stay in 30 feet of line. I will take out my rapier just to have it on hand, and then I will firebolt this one.
Alright, so you send a bolt of fire through the crowd. He does have some cover. Ooh, alright.
Wow!
So you completely miss as your bolt of fire just kind of blows up over here. Anything else?
No!
Auspicious start.
Ow!
Anvir.
I had advantage on that too, because
Double ones.
For my action, I am going to channel divinity and cast my Twilight Sanctuary.
Alright, so you use your Twilight Sanctuary, which you had been saving, because you didn't use it last battle. Go ahead and aura yourself.
And then I'll just move into a better position.
Okay.
And then... yeah, I think I'll just do that for my turn now, for now.
Alright, so that was your action, right?
Yep.
Alright, the shaman goes. So he sees Eldwin attacking his troops. He is going to chant, pointing at Eldwin, and cast a spell. Where is it? There it is.
I knew it was coming.
You see a spectral spear appear,
Mm.
and it is going to stab at you. Stab at you.
He's like, Clark! No!
why?
So what's that 4-4 now? That would just miss you actually, I think. Okay, what's your AC? Yeah, that would miss you.
9.
So it stabs at you, but you jump out of the way. You're blade songing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're kind of dancing around now. He's going to move forward. He chants, and you see shielding appearing on several of the gnolls. Some temporary hit points on the... sorry, not the gnolls, the witherlings.
Bastard.
That's his bonus action. Or wait, was that spell the bonus action?
Yeah, spiritual weapons of bonus action.
Spiritual weapon is bonus, yeah.
Oh, to cast that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
casting and
Oh, yeah.
attack is the bonus action, yeah.
It's
Uh,
always
the
a
only
bonus
other
action for
spell can
everything.
be a cantrip.
Yeah. Well, this is an ability, but this is usually a bonus
Oh.
action, so I don't think he can do this. So in that case, I guess he could throw a cantrip. Let's see. Sorry about that. He's gonna Sacred Flame. Chanting, sending some fire over at you. Dex save on Eldwin.
You get
He's
you
got
actually
some
get a
cover.
little bit of a bonus
Oh, no,
because
save.
I'm a paladin, so you get +2.
Oh, there's
Isn't that only within like a few feet?
Yeah, I think you have to be
It's
within
within
15
30 feet, I believe.
For your aura, no,
You
I
get
think it's
20 feet.
smaller than that. It's like,
It's like 15.
yeah, I think it's 15 because
Yeah.
if it's the same.
Okay.
Anyway, don't worry about it.
So yeah, you're fine. You're
to
dancing
make
out of the
myself
way.
feel better.
You dance out of the
28.
way as a flame comes in. Lion, what do you want to do?
Alright, so Lion is gonna charge in towards over here.
Ah,
And is it an action to throw something?
what are you throwing? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, a flask. Like just a small little flask of
If
oil.
you're aiming at something, it would be an
Oh.
attack. Like if you're throwing a flask of oil at them, yeah, it would be an attack action.
Not directly at them, more just as in
So usually,
just
if
in this
you're
general.
if you're dropping something on the ground, that's an item interaction. If you're throwing something away from you, that would be an action. Usually.
I see. I'm gonna throw the flask of oil, like, let's say at this guy.
All right, so you make a sort of an improvised attack as you throw a flask.
Alrighty, that would be 1d20 plus dex, I believe.
Yeah.
If you're aiming at the fairy fired one, it's technically an advantage.
Is that the fairy fired one? Oh, I just realized.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I believe so. They're just the one from.
Yes, that does have fairy fire.
Nice.
Alright, don't have the
Double
best dexterity.
All
Um,
right, so yeah, especially
What?
since you're just aiming for the area, I'll say he is doused in oil.
Okie dokie, good.
Anything else?
Not really. Actually, yeah, because my familiar would probably still be out, so I'm just gonna send him out to like, I don't know, let's say like right here, and just have him start, provide a help action to whoever hits him.
All right, I forgot
I'll do
about your
Shepherd's second.
familiar. Here we go. Caw! He flies over.
Ah.
So you said this one he's poking at?
Yeah.
Alright, he is poked. Having next attack will be at advantage. And that would be the end of the round, so this might be a good place to call it. Why don't we go ahead and do MVP votes? Which, just whisper me whoever you thought should be MVP for this game. Do you know the whisper command?
No.
Alright, it is /W space GM space the name of who you want to whisper. Or who you think is MVP. Alright, so I got 5 votes. I think I know who MVP is, but we have to see who the 6 is because it might be a tie. Oh, it is a tie. So Otto and Soren, give me a roll off. D20s. Alright, so Soren, you are the MVP. Congrats. You get an inspiration point,
Yay.
which you can spend
Whenever
at
I-
your leisure. You can have up to 10 of them.
Whenever I end up in a roll off, it's always against the person I voted for.
It really is.
Alright.
I guide those to where I cannot possess myself.
I'm gonna take some notes, but I hope everyone had fun, and I'll see you next week.
I had a lot of
Thanks.
fun.
I
Nice
am
meeting
taking
all
off.
of you.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
welcome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
It's good
I'm
meeting you,
gonna
man.
go. I'm tired.
Thanks, Lou.
See ya.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Have a good night.
Catches.
Good night.
I hope everyone watching enjoyed as well. Feel free to follow me or subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. We'll be here tomorrow morning for more D&D if anyone wants to keep watching. Different group though. I have a different group every day. Like I said, I was thinking of maybe letting some of the people at home choose numbers from 1 to 20 to see what happens with some of these random encounters. Since you can't technically, I don't think you can roll a dice on on Twitch. Maybe you can. I have to look into that. There might be some kind of dice rolling command. Does anyone know? Is anyone listening? Be curious about that. Usually after the game I take some notes on what happened so I remember some of this for next time. So it ended at about 11:30 a.m. game time, 75th of winter. I'll get that down. Only about 2 hours of game time today. Well, yeah, about 2 hours. Lots of fighting today. We're in a pretty fighting heavy part of the story. MVP was Soren. Let's see. The group finished up that battle. They met Dandy, or Lion, I guess. They went to speak with Yuri. They moved in to get ready for the fight. Sent some spies in. They managed to get the guards to leave so they can open up the gate easily. Big battle began. They're trying to protect the soldiers. And that's where the game ended. Alright. Looks good. Alright, well, I hope to see you all again next time. Take care.